Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, people, and welcome to episode 554 of Film Bastards. I am one of your co-hosts, Mark Foster, and as ever, I am joined by
Becky Foster. Hello, everyone.
and
The Remedy marathon has been cancelled due to combination of Ian can't get enough playing time and Ian is scared. Ian Loring, hello.
that is fine. That is fair. That is fair. Being scared and not having enough time to be scared are two relevant things. But we're going to do something else, aren't we, Ian?
We are. Oh, let's
Yeah.
talk about that now, shall we? Shall we talk about it now?
Let's rip off one band-aid and then slap another one on top of it.
Absolutely.
Don't know if that metaphor works for that, but I'm using it anyway.
I like it. Back in the Patreon days, we did some like horror movie marathons and stuff like that on occasion. There was the infamous Hellraiser one. We watched every Hellraiser film.
Every Hellraiser, and they get so bad. Like on Letterboxd, it has that little thing on your stats, doesn't it, where it tells you series that you've watched all of.
Does it? Oh, I want to pull that up.
Right, go to stats and go to all time.
Okay. All right. Stats. All time.
Becky can't because she refuses to go pro.
I ain't fucking paying for Letterboxd.
You need to get
Stats
involved.
Stats are a beautiful thing.
Right. Okay. It's loading.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
And then you just keep scrolling down.
Yeah.
You'll have at some point list progress, which gives you a bunch of wanky lists that how far you are through them, and then it has collections, and you can go to popular or complete. And so we've got ones in there like it tells me which collections I've done all of.
Where the fuck's that then? Why am I? I've got actors and stars rated lower than
You've
average.
gone too
higher
far.
than average. Okay, I've gone too far. Most watched. Oh shit! Here we go.
Yep. So it'll have most popular. Have popular at the top. You want to go to complete.
Complete. Yeah, because that's not popular, is it? Right, Hellraiser. Here we go. Fucking hell, that's great.
Yeah, I know, right? Hellraiser collection. 10 films we watched.
Okay, and then I want to see the ratings I gave it now.
Click. I think if you click onto it.
Yeah. Can I go sort by my rating? Highest first.
Yeah.
All right. Well, at least I can get that. That's interesting.
Your rating's highest first.
So which one was deader? Was that the one with fucking him from Brooklyn Nine-Nine in?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Hang
on.
I think I put I think I put Hellraiser 3 as a higher rating than Hellraiser.
I mean, that's actually batshit.
I think I did. Yeah, 3.5, and I gave Hellraiser 3.
Hang about. So, which is the one? No, I need to find the one that's got that's blokey from Brooklyn Nine-Nine in it. I've misremembered this. I think I've given that a decent rating. This is interesting. This is too interesting for me to actually look at while also recording a show.
Yeah, the what is it? It's also got your most watched Letterboxd of all timers as well, just underneath that.
Well, mine would be stupid. Mine would just be like Willy's Wonderland 14,000 times.
It's a lot of seasonal stuff. Even though my number one's not. My number one is Top Gun Maverick.
Is it how many times?
6.
My top one it's seasonal. It's Christmas Vacation 6.
Yeah, 5 for me. That's like literally the next one, and then Die Hard.
My next one is Hot Tub Time Machine 6.
What was yours, Ian?
My top 5 are Top Gun Maverick at 6, Christmas Vacation and Die Hard at 5. Well, actually, and then there's a bunch of 4s. Eurovision, Scrooged, The Holiday, Tenet, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, The Muppet Christmas Carol, and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, mine's Christmas Vacation 6 times, Hot Tub Time Machine 6 times, and then my 5-timers, Jingle All the Way, It's a Wonderful Life, Krampus, Die Hard, Day After Tomorrow, Tenet. I've watched Holiday 4 times.
Fucking hell. How is Avatar in my top 40? I mean, I've got a bunch of free times, so
I've got a lot of
it
free
must
times.
be. Yeah, but I'm not
Yeah, like-
particularly happy about Avatar being there.
Completed collections. I've got 30 done so far.
Mine of that'd be really good because I get like hyperfixation movies.
Yeah. Well, I've got the Avengers collection. Bad Boys, Beverly Hills Cop, Captain America, Clerks, Dark Knight, Deadpool, Deep Sea, Deep Blue Sea.
Fucking hell, nice.
The Exorcist, Fear Street, 50 Shades, Final Destination, Godfather, Hangover, Hellraiser, Hercule Poirot, Indiana Jones, Iron Man, John Wick, Lethal Weapon, Meet the Parents, The Mighty Ducks collection, Rambo, the Robert Langdon collection, Saw, 'cause we watched all of those as well.
We did.
Scream, because we watched all of those. The Terminator, Urban Legend collection, the X collection, which is X, Maxine and Pearl, and X-Men collection.
Okay, I've got 38.
38!
I got Ant-Man collection, Austin Powers collection, Bad Boys, Batman, Beverly Hills Cop, Clerks, Dark Knight, Exorcist, Fast and the Furious, Fear Street, The Godfather, Godzilla, Guardians of the Galaxy, Hellraiser, Hercule Poirot, The Hobbit, Indiana Jones, Jack Ryan, John Wick, Jumanji, Jurassic Park, Kingsman, Lord of the Rings, Matrix, Men in Black, Pirates of the Caribbean, Planet of the Apes reboot, Predator, Psycho, Saw, Scream, Spider-Man, Spider-Man MCU, The Terminator, The Twilight Collection, The Wolverine Collection, X Collection, and X-Men Collection. This is great. This list progress thing as well.
Yep.
Oh shit. Like honestly, this is gonna give me plenty of stuff to put on the old watch list.
Yeah.
Oh, this is cracking. This is fucking hell. Because Letterboxd Pro does not cost that much, does it?
No. It's like 20, mine's like 20 quid a year.
Yeah, 'cause I do it Patreon on Black Friday.
I do it Pro
years.
Black Friday.
Yeah.
How
Bex,
much
you need
is
to get
Patreon?
involved.
How much is Patreon?
I think I paid like 25 quid for it on Black Friday.
Yeah. That's just easily worth it, isn't it?
I think so. And I think it's disgusting that people don't. I like as well, I don't know whether I'm sure you can do this on Pro, but on Patreon at the very least, you can change the poster art as well.
You can't do it on Pro. You can only do that on Patreon, which is making me want to take up Patreon instead of just Pro.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. This podcast is sponsored by Letterboxd. No, but honestly, like I know it's a little bit like fucking film hipstery and whatnot, but as long as they don't make TV shows a real thing in there, just have a separate fucking app. Just separate it out. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Letterboxd, man, like they're doing the Lord's work as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah,
like,
love it.
Small team out in New Zealand, if I remember correctly. Good on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ian Loring, hi.
Yeah, we're covering what we're covering.
Oh, I didn't say what we were doing though, did I?
It's me.
I just said that we did. I just said we were doing horror. Even though I've also got I've got a slight tangent as well because it's actually been haunting me. I said on a show before that Marielle Heller directed Are You There, God, It's Me, Margaret. She didn't. It was Kelly Fremont Craig, and I feel really, really bad about that because I was talking about Night Bitch and how I liked her previous work. So, just correcting that for the record. Honestly, I thought about it the day after. I was like, fuck, I need to correct the record at some point. So there you go.
Night Bitch can also get fucked because she doesn't turn into a dog.
No, apparently it's like... spoiler alert for Night Bitch. From what I've heard, like there's some sort of like dream sequence of it, but like in the film, she doesn't actually turn into a dog.
Ah, cowards! Cowards, the lot of you.
Yeah, absolute fucking cowards. So horror stuff. So we're going to bring that back for October, and we were umming and ahhing. I suggested something that met with no enthusiasm from Becky, and I think Mark was just like, good effort. Here's, I'd be up for that, even though I don't really mean it.
You were actually alright with that one, though.
I'm always up for watching films.
No, okay, all right. Well, yeah, okay. So what we are going to do, and Becky, you've agreed to the whole of this.
I think we do even the fucking mental ones.
You're going to do the mental ones, I think, aren't you, Bex?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Well, no, okay. Well, I mean, like we can talk about it. So basically, we're going to do the Ring films, but I suppose then if we're expanding it out to the Sadako films. So you've got, Hideo Nakata's original. Did he direct Ring 2 as well? I think he did.
Yeah.
But he didn't direct Ring 0. And then you've got Gore Verbinski's The Ring, and then Hideo Nakata came to America to direct The Ring 2, and then there was Rings that came out a few years back. And I've always been intrigued by that because of the trailer where they start playing the video as an in-flight movie, and I thought that was a really funny idea, and I want to see how that plays out.
Yeah.
But beyond, yeah, so we're going to do those. I've ordered the Ring collection on Blu-ray, which includes apparently a sequel film called Spiral from 1998, which I don't remember being aware of. Becky's been doing some digging.
Sequel, wasn't it?
What?
Full start sequel, that wasn't it?
I mean, sequels called Spiral that people have forgotten about should be a subgenre of its own.
Yeah.
Maybe I watch that as well. I go into a spiral with Spiral. But Becky's been doing some digging as well. So, Bex, what other Ring-adjacent films have you uncovered then?
Okay, so there's Sadako 3D 2.
Great.
Sadako versus Kayako, which is the ghosty lady from The Grudge.
I feel like we've watched that, Ian.
I've definitely watched it.
I feel like we watched it for a Bastards like back in the day.
Yeah, I kind of feel like that was some Dude in the Monkey content.
I think it was like some Dude in the Monkey content where we were probably both drunk.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Then there's another film called Sadako, and then there's a film called Sadako DX.
Right. If you guys can source them, I will watch them as well, I promise.
I'll see what I can do.
But at the very least...
So Sadako 2019 is another Hideo Nakata one.
Alright.
What?
Loosely based on Tide, the final novel in the book series.
I remember...
And it's based around... It looks like it's... Well, I mean, it sounds like it's based around Sadako being a social media star.
I
Great.
remember listening to... I think it's in one of Kermode's books. There's an entire chapter about the Rings films. And I remember listening to it as part of like the audiobook. And I was listening to it and I was so into what he was... the chapter that he was reading... that I missed the train I was waiting for to get the next one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because I was sat there and I was like... When you get so into something, you're listening to something, and I just sort of thought, hang on a minute, I'm not just sat here waiting, like listening to this. I'm waiting to get on a train. What the fuck's time is it? And I was like 20 minutes past it. Luckily, it was just to like somewhere I can't remember where it was to, but like I literally just got on the next one.
So it sounds like you've got two separate like threads. So they both start with Ring.
Yeah.
And then Spiral then leads into Sadako 3D 2, and then Sadako KOL and Sadako DX.
KOL, is that Sadako versus Kings of Leon?
Key opinion leader, social media star, that's that one. Or you've got Ring 2, Ring 0.
There's 14 of them.
We can't... okay, we can't do 14 of them.
No. I thought we'd do the Ring films and leave, like, the Sadako ones.
I mean, if you guys want to just fucking pussy out and half-ass it, that's fine.
Yes.
It's 14 films, Becky.
I don't have it in me to watch 14 films that are basically the same in a month period.
Wow.
You watch them, and then maybe tell us the top 3.
Okay.
So are we doing Ring, Ring 2, Ring Virus, Ring O, The Ring 2, and Rings?
Which one's Ring Virus?
Yeah, where does that fall?
Did you mean Ring Zero?
No. There's
Ring
one
Virus.
called Ring Virus.
Oh, there's Ring Virus as well. Fucking hell. All right.
That seems to come before Ring Zero. Oh no, hang on, that's the Korean one.
Oh, is that the Korean one?
Yes.
Right, we're not doing that, are we? Because that's different.
I mean,
You will.
Yeah, Becky will. Yeah.
Right.
I'm looking forward to
I would rather
hearing
do
you
the
talk
Korean
about
one
them.
than the American ones, if I'm perfectly honest.
Yeah, but that's the interesting bit, is you were watching the American ones, because I think you remember them being worse than they actually are.
The Ring Virus was the first remake to be made in 1999, where the villain is renamed as Park Yun-soo, who is intersex as Sadako was in the books. Though the film copied multiple scenes from Ring, it is like Ring Kanzenban, very faithful to the original novel series.
Fair.
Okay. It's very confusing.
A lot going on there. We'll be covering some Ring films.
Yeah, man. I don't want to read the books. I wonder if there's translations available.
Oh, there's gotta be.
Yeah. You're going down a spiral here, Becky. When we starting that, by the way?
Tonight.
I mean, if there's like an absolute shitload of them to get through, I think we're recording Sunday, aren't we? That's probably it's probably a little bit too quick to commit. But
Yeah.
from the show after,
The show after. Yeah, I'd say that for 556.
yeah, cool.
Right, yeah. Right. So this week, though, we're going to cover Speak No Evil, the new remake, the English language remake of that, which we'll get to later on. We've got some trailer chat. There's actually been quite a few, I think, this week. Mm-hmm. And yeah, what we've been watching and all sorts of bits. Go and listen to our friends' shows, rewatch Project, Intro versus Pulling to Entertainment Landfill, Nowhere in Mulby, etc. etc. What else have we got going on?
So I know we don't really do movie news anymore, but I did want to talk through a little bit of like TIFF and like some of the stuff that we can look forward to over the next few months.
Let's go.
A little fall preview, I suppose. So, Becky, do you know what won the People's Choice Award at TIFF? Toronto.
No, I'm guessing seeing as you're throwing it to me, I might have a suspicion, but I don't know.
What's your suspicion?
No, just tell me and then I'll tell you if you're right, if I'm right.
Mike Flanagan's new film.
Oh, Life of Chuck.
Yeah.
Nice.
Which doesn't even have distribution.
Or a trailer or anything. It's just, yeah.
Yeah.
Weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's ace, you know, because people were kind of thinking, oh, is it going to be a Nora? Even though The Wild Robot has also been getting a lot of positive notice.
It has, hasn't it?
Lots is so pumped for that, and I'm really, really pumped to be really, really pumped for a film she's really, really pumped for.
I'm looking forward to Wild Robot.
Yeah,
It looks cute.
Yeah, totally. That art style looks amazing as well. Kind of like oh shit, the bed. Sorry. The kind of the watercoloured. So that was the dog. Just I'm sure that did come up, but just in case it was randomly me saying shit the bed. The kind of the watercolour style. With the CG, looks ace, and yeah, like I say, it's getting really, really good notice. But yeah, The Life of Chuck. I really, really want to see that, and I really, really want Mike Flanagan to do well, and I'm glad he's back making films. I get it, Bex. I get it, like the TV shows and whatnot. Yeah, ace, and I'm sure they were really, really good. I'm glad. I'm glad he's back making films, and especially when the last film he made, Doctor Sleep, kind of like they had like really, really big plans for what they were going to do going forward. Then it turned to nothing because it didn't do well. So I'm glad from that point of view.
I'm really keen to see, because it's a real weird story, but it's like he goes, unfilmable, you say, hold my beer. And I'm just really intrigued to see what that looks like. I just wish there was a fucking trailer, to be honest.
Once it gets distribution, there will be, obviously.
Shit. Like it's not a Stephen King book, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so, it's a novella, isn't it? But it's not really horror-y.
Not remotely.
Yeah, cool. Okay.
Good cast as well. When you get past like Tom Hiddleston and people like, Matt Hamill's there, Chiwetel Ejiofor, Karen Gillan, but even like Matthew Lillard's in there. Raoul Cooley's back again as well. Heather Langenkamp. Nick Offerman apparently narrates it.
He's expanding the Flano family, isn't he?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Well, Hamill and Langenkamp have been in previous projects.
Did Hamill do one of the voices in the Wild Robot as well?
I wouldn't be surprised.
No, I'm interested to see.
Yeah, like I say, it'd be interesting to see something of it.
But yeah, Anora continues to be getting really, really good word all over the place. It's the one LFF satellite screening I'm going to be able to go to. Donna's away, and a friend of ours is going to have Lots for a couple of hours. They've got kids who are like friends with Lottie anyway, so it's all good. But yeah, abandoning the childcare for the night to go see Anora.
That's fine.
Yeah, but yeah. But also, kind of almost like coming out of nowhere, Brady Corbett's new film, The Brutalist. So shot, I believe, shot on 70mm, under $10 million budget, apparently.
Yeah, it got a lot of heavy word coming out of Venice as well, didn't it? And then it's just continued that trajectory.
Yep, 3.5 hours long with an intermission built in.
Yeah.
Like Guy Pearce is getting Best Supporting Actor buzz. Adrian Brody's getting Best Actor buzz. Brady Corbett, I've liked both of his previous films, The Childhood of a Leader and Vox Lux. I'm up for this. A24 have bought it. They're going to be giving it a massive push. It seems to be the film bro pick of choice for the year. Which, don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, but yeah, we'll see.
It's one of those things where it's a bit... Do you know what? People are allowed to like movies. Leave them alone.
Yeah. I like 3.5 hour long film about essentially the invention of brutalist architecture.
That sounds fucking great.
Yeah, it does.
I really like brutalist architecture. I'm a genuine fan of brutalist architecture, which sounds wild, but that sounds great.
Yeah, agreed.
And if it's got Felicity Jones in it, so it's even better.
Yeah, I want her to be in something I like. That would be nice. Even though she was in Inferno.
Yeah, she's fucking great.
Oh, Becky has just put a photo in the chat.
What's that?
No, I deleted it because it hadn't edited.
Oh. What the fuck were you sending? Yeah, also, another one I'm looking forward to, actually. What the fuck? Okay, alright, what is this?
It's Chuck.
Yeah, that is Chuck. It's like the one image of that film that we've actually seen. Just, yeah, Tom Hiddleston smiling at a camera with a cup of coffee.
Looking like a nerdy accountant.
Yeah, great. Good stuff. Also, yeah, Jacques Audiard's got a new film that is like Netflix's big Oscar push. Amelia Perez. Zoe Saldana starting to get some heat for Best Actress, which is cool. Why not? Like, that's not something I ever thought I'd say, but she's been doing good fucking work, like, and doing the hard yards with like Avatar and Guardians of the Galaxy and whatnot for years. It's cool to see her do something that's getting that kind of attention.
Yep.
And Selena Gomez, which is interesting.
And of course, Edgar Ramirez is going to turn up in it.
Oh, is he in it?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, looking forward to that. I like Jacques Audiard's good shit. It's kind of interesting that Joker seems to have been met with a actually pretty majority muted reception. I did kind of think at first, like, oh, is that just going to be people who like overreacted about the first one, just like really piling on? Does kind of seem like people just generally think it's a bit fucking mid, which is odd considering the swing it looks like it is.
I do get the feeling, just from like some of the reviews I've read. I read a couple of, and I'm not somebody who normally reads reviews before I've watched a movie, but I read a couple of like the negative reviews just to sort of see what they were saying, and it was a bit like, you seem to actually have kind of enjoyed the movie, but you decided that you don't like the whole principle of the whole thing.
Ever so sorry, I can see the dog barking, but on the sound waves. I can hear her as well, obviously. Yeah, no, I mean, I suppose so, but it's just the fact that it's like no one is coming out there saying, no, actually, this thing's fucking great. Like, no one.
It's one of those where I think it was always a bit of a hiding to nothing after this sort of success of the first one.
Yeah.
It's very much. I mean, I like the fact that that both Todd Phillips and Joaquin Phoenix have gone, oh no, there will not be another one.
I feel like going the route of, oh, well, you see, me and Joaquin are such good singers that we had to actually try really hard to sing badly in the movie is not a good like route to be taken for Gaga.
Is that what she said?
Yeah.
The thing about Gaga though is that you've got to remember is, and I'm not a fan, is she's a tit. Yeah, she's a bit of a dickhead.
Yeah.
She constantly wants to be the thing that she thinks the room wants her to be. So she's a lubby when she feels like she needs to be. Just the whole, oh yeah, I'm just an ex-stripper from the street. You were never a stripper, and your parents are incredibly wealthy.
She wasn't a stripper, she was a dancer, wasn't she? She never claims to be a stripper.
She has changed that over the years.
I watched a clip and Joaquin Phoenix, obviously, because he loses quite a lot of weight for this role. He did last time as well, didn't he? And he was talking about like how he did that and how it was harder than last time because he's that little bit older and all this kind of stuff. And she was like, oh yeah, me too. I had to lose quite a lot of weight for it. And there's just no follow-up comment to that from either the interviewer or Joaquin Phoenix because she just looks like Lady Gaga in it, whereas Joaquin Phoenix looks fucking emaciated.
You look at it and go, yeah, but Joaquin didn't use cocaine.
Oh, I think she's clean now, isn't she? I don't know.
I don't care. I'm looking forward to the movie. I am very much I really liked the first. I like the look of this. It looks like my jam.
Yeah, same. That. Yeah, I'm 100% going in. Like, I'm ready to really like this.
I really want her to impress me in this because I don't love her on screen. I don't think it's been a particularly good foray into cinema for her. The movies that she's been in. I don't think she's great in A Star Is Born. I think the movie's very good. I don't think she is great in it. I think she's fucking awful in that thing she did with Adam Driver. House of Gucci.
I want to watch that again.
Oh, please. Right, you can do that on your own.
I'm fine with that.
I would really rather never have to even acknowledge that exists again.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a pre-Gladiator 2 rewatch, actually.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to rewatch that. Just because I just want to see what it looks like a few years on.
I remember that came out cinemas still weren't really firing on all cylinders, and it was fucking freezing in that cinema I went to see it in as well. And I remember those that year or so, post COVID, where audiences were still really sparse, and it just felt a bit odd being sat in a cinema still. And House of Gucci kind of I just remember that being a really odd screening. But yeah, anyway, Gladiator 2 coming up in a couple of months. Apparently, word is starting to bounce around that it's good. Like he's pulled it off. So we'll see there. But yeah, no, I mean it's interesting. Like, so a couple of like big hopeful films haven't screened yet. Robert Zemeckis' one here, the one shot from like the Dawn of Time or like the dinosaurs or whatever film, is going to be playing AFI Fest in the US in October. Clint Eastwood's new one, Juror Number 2.
Is that the one with Nicholas Hoult?
Nicholas Hoult, yeah. That's an interesting premise for a film as well. It's like a juror on a trial who either is actually the guilty party or knows something about the case. That's quite. I think that's quite an interesting, almost trap-esque premise for a film.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's playing AFI Fest, and it comes out in the US like a week after. So they're getting that out quick. A Complete Unknown comes out in Christmas in the US. Comes out over here in January. I've already had a look at the dates, and I think that show might be our review of 2024 show.
Oh, nice.
So, looking at what's coming out. So yeah, and you know, Wicked is hanging there like
bad smell.
Like what's that going to be like then? Also getting decent notice, maybe not awards. Better Man.
Yeah, I've seen quite a bit about this actually.
Yeah. Bex, do you know what this is?
No.
Okay. It's directed by the guy who directed The Greatest Showman. It is a biopic of Robbie Williams. Robbie Williams is played throughout by a CGI chimp.
Okay.
Yep.
Apparently, like, straight up apes level CG photorealistic chimp. It apparently it's pretty unsparing about him as well, and he's fully authorized it, but I think like there's a line in the film where he says, "I'm a cunt."
Yeah, he's been very much like just portray me as I am, but just as a monkey.
Comes out on Boxing Day. Probably going to be my Boxing Day film.
It's got really good reviews as well so far.
It's got really good reviews. I'm so intrigued by that. Because I knew it was coming, and it was like Robbie Williams is playing himself. It was like, what? What do you mean he's playing himself like in a biopic when he's in his 50s now? How's that going to work? And then it's because he's voicing a CGI chimp.
Well, there was a song on, I think, his third album, I think. Give me 2 seconds, let me just find out if I'm actually fucking remembering this right. Where is it? It might not have been. No, it wasn't. It was his 1, 2, 3, 4. It's his fifth album, Escapology, which was about, one of the songs was actually called like Me and My Monkey or something like that. Yeah, Me and My Monkey, and it's a song. It's like the opus on the song on the album. It's like about 8 minutes long, and it's basically about him going through life, and he's got this monkey that he essentially does all the bad shit and turns him on the wrong path all the time. And so to have this and it be a monkey just feels a little bit like an extension of that.
Yeah.
Which just sort of shows me that album came out like 22 years ago. But I remember it because I worked at HMV at the time this album came out. And it was like a fucking big deal.
What was like Millennium the lead single on that? Or?
No, it was the one after that. So it had of albums. It had Life Through a Lens, which was the one that had like angels and stuff on it. And then he had I've Been Expecting You, which is the one that had Millennium on it.
Right.
And then he did those he did like Sing When You're Winning, and he did Swing When You're Winning.
Yeah.
And then this was the one after it. So this was like the album that was released. So I did Feel, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That was released when he was at like the height of Robbie Williams-ness.
Yeah.
And so I remember it came out on the Monday, and we had to close on the Tuesday. So the Sunday, usually you'd put out like the next day's albums in like the last half hour, and you'd rejig all the what is it. At HMV, we had to fucking like all the windows had to get blacked out so we could put up all the posters. There was just copies of this album because back when people still bought CDs. Yeah. There was copies of it. We had fucking loads because it was going to be fucking huge. We had to come in on the Monday morning because we were going to have people queuing, and people did queue to buy the Robbie Williams album. But as part of that, it was on a loop in HMV.
Oh, God.
And we had to have it on for the first. I think it was the first 3 weeks. And at HMV at Christmas, if you worked there at the time, because again, this is when people still got CDs and DVDs and things for presents and physical copies of games.
Yeah.
It was, you were basically working 5 12-hour shifts, and so you were starting at like 7 in the morning and working sometimes till like 9 o'clock at night. But it was just that was on a fucking loop constantly. And it's an album that is like just over an hour long. So I was hearing that album like 10 times a day for like 3 weeks. So I've probably listened to that album like maybe 100 times.
That sounds really fun.
It was not. It was fucking brutal. The Sunday after it hit the 3-week period, and that's when we were told, right, now you need to start putting Christmas music on because it's the second week in December.
Yeah.
We took that off on the morning, and I remember we just put on the Phil Spector Christmas album, and there was just a collective sigh of,
yeah,
from everybody. It was the chillest day.
Nice.
Yeah. It's me steering the show, isn't it?
Yeah, but also just one other horror. It just came to me. The other horror mini marathon I want to do. The Terrifier films before that third one comes out in the cinema.
Oh my God! I was about to say when we went on to trailers, we saw this is the first time I've ever seen a trailer for a Terrifier movie in the cinema.
I haven't seen any trailers for any of them. All I know is the image of the clown. How is it?
You've seen them, haven't you?
Yeah, I've watched them all. Yeah, they're fucking great.
Yeah, you like them, don't you?
They're fucking grim though. Like if the Terrifier 3, like it seems to be gradually getting more buzz and becoming more mainstream, but like obviously people are gonna need to go back and watch the first ones to get to the third one, and like it's just it just doesn't give a shit. It's like.
This was a Christmas one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, the Terrifier 3 set at Christmas.
Great. Good.
And yeah, the visuals of art dressed as Father Christmas. It's just.
I mean, the fucking the Odeon here is playing it. Not as like one-off show. It's already selling 2 shows a day, like the week it comes out.
Well, this is it. It's gradually kind of got more and more well known, so people are like, oh yeah, that's fine. But like the first one's just, it's nasty.
Well, the
second one's a bit more.
This third one's got a budget, hasn't it?
I guess. Yeah, and then this third one looks more like it's trying to move in like the Scream world of horror movies, but like a teeny kind of plot. With a plot.
Just as long as this one isn't 2.5 hours long like the second one.
Oh, I will rewatch the Terrifier movies, Ian, if you're wanting to watch them before the new one comes out.
Yeah, no, I'll do it. Yeah, I mean, Friday 11th of October it comes out. That is going to be a great bastards. Transformers 1 and Terrifier 3.
That might be the one where we'll hold it, but we'll be recording after we get back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
No,
Okay.
that's it. We'll be fine because we'll be recording when we get back.
We'll watch Terrifier 1 and 2 before we go, and we'll watch Terrifier 3 the day after we get back.
Yeah, and Transformers.
stuff.
So yeah, we'll be fine for that.
I'm really looking forward to that Transformers movie.
I am. I'm looking forward to that, and I'm gonna watch Terrifier.
And we got Smile 2's the week after as well.
Yeah, some good horror.
Yeah, October's not bad, eh?
Yeah.
October's never bad. It's fucking horror movie season.
Yeah, no, I know. But, like, no, it's good. It's just, yeah, there's lots of stuff coming out. But, yeah, okay, so, sorry, Mark's hosting.
It is, yes. I'm going to send you guys a quick picture.
What the fuck's happening now?
Is this another one of Ashley's friends?
Oh, shit. Oh, God, all right, here's another tangent. You've got the vibe all wrong. Right, okay, so Mark doesn't know what Pokemon are. Bex, you want to give some context?
Okay, so I got a message off Mark at work the other day. He was also at work saying, who is Charizard, right? But not spelt properly. Spelt Charasard, like Charizard, like it's his name.
Lottie, I need to borrow
Is it
you a
not, is it?
second.
And it's what he is. Like
His
Okay,
name's
never
not
mind.
Charizard.
but he is a Charizard.
Don't worry.
It's the
Wait.
type, it's the Pokemon type.
So Pikachu's not his name,
No, he's a Pikachu.
but his name's Pikachu.
Yep. They call
So
him
his name's Charizard then.
Sort of.
in the new Pokemon
It's not called
TV
like
series.
Richard Charizard though.
No, I don't think it's his surname.
In the new Pokemon TV series, it's a new Pikachu, and he is called Captain Pikachu and wears a captain's hat.
Excellent, love that.
But he's a different Pikachu, Mark.
Don't believe it.
So so I sent Mark a picture of Charizard with his name ? Who the fuck is he? Is he one of the Pokemons? Yes.
Pokemon. Yeah.
Yes, he is. Why? Just saw him on some PJs. Fine. Right, that's fine. Fine. And then we were in the car, weren't we? And I was like, so do you know who Squirtle is? Who's she? She sounds like a porn star. No, she's not. Blah, blah, blah. And we went through a few, and I was like, do you know who Snorlax is? No, he sounds like a sleepy man. I was like, you know who Mewtwo is, though? Because he's like in the Pikachu movie. Oh, no. Is he one of Ashley's friends? Ashley? What? Ashley, the boy in the hat in the cartoon. Fucking Ash.
How do you know it's not short for Ashley?
I mean, it may well be, but he's never referred to as fucking Ashley.
no.
And Mewtwo is not
Watched it.
one of Ashley's
Actually,
friends.
hang on. Let me just ask Lottie if he's never... hang on. I will need to... I'm just going to mute for a second because I need to shout. 2 ticks. Lottie, is Ash ever referred to as Ashley in the Pokemon show?
What?
That Mewtwo is one of
Okay, thank you.
That Ash is short for Ashley. He also doesn't know
Thanks,
who
son.
Rocket are.
Don't have a clue.
Will confirm he's never referred to as Ashley. Team Rocket are Jesse and James. Jesse and James. And Meowth is also there.
Wait, is he called Meowth?
Meowth, yeah.
Meow, it's like meow.
Not Meowth. Like Alf the...
No, not
Alien from
Meowth.
No.
No.
Team Rocket.
I said there was one with a big purple head.
Yeah, she's not one of Ashley's friends.
I don't know
No.
that.
They're the bad guys.
They're the bad guys.
What do they do?
Be
Do
bad.
they capture these things then make them
They can't.
fight?
They try to steal Pikachu a lot by dressing up as like really shit disguises as things.
This is basically cockfighting. You know that, don't you?
Yeah, I'm aware, yeah. That's Meowth. That cat man.
Right. Cool. So then you guys said I should draw Snorlax.
Yeah, I've got some questions before I show you what Snorlax. Actually, Becky can show you what Snorlax looks like. I'm pretty sure. Right. So I think we need to remember to put this on the old Instagram.
Yep, I will.
What's that dripping off its horn?
Blood.
Right.
It's just Pokemon somebody.
Okay. It just Pokemoned somebody.
Is that not what they do?
That looks like something.
But they don't Pokemon other Pokemon. They are Pokemon.
All right, they just... Yeah, he does not look like that, does he?
No, he doesn't look like that. There's a clue in the name. Snore.
Well, I think that's what all the Zeds are on.
Yeah, that's
on
he's got Zeds on his skin because he's tired.
Because he's a sleepy man.
Right.
Is that
does actually make some sense.
Hat?
It is actually an old-fashioned sleeping cap, yes.
Okay, all right. Actually, do you know what? I appreciate the thought. Can I ask the things on his torso around, like the two things the Zeds are around? Are those his nipples?
There's his hands. There's little hands.
They're his little hands.
Yeah, he's like Jordan Pickford. He's got really little
he's
arms.
actually quite cute now. I'm looking at him properly.
Why has he got Cyril Sneer's nose?
I don't know.
But he's got a nice little smile with it, though.
Yeah, he's well tired.
Oh, he's just a tired boy.
With blood on his horns.
With blood on his horns because he just Pokemoned someone. Did you just hear that?
Yeah.
She's in the bath. She could just hear me having like this entire like one-sided discussion. Lots, when you're out of the bath, we'll still be recording. Come up here and see what Mark has done to Snorlax.
I drew this from memory, having never seen Snorlax before.
That's not memory. That's not what memory is,
dude.
Mark. That's imagination.
No, I'm counting it as memory.
Who's the cute little cat Pokemon guy?
That's Meowth.
No, he's not cute.
Oh, this is forced Lottie out of the bath. I feel bad now. Right, okay. Will you come in? You're going out of the bath anyway. All right. So, Mark
Eevee
doesn't really know much about Eevee. Yeah, Eevee is cute.
Eevee is cute.
So Mark doesn't really know Pokemon, right? He thought Ash was called Ashley. Right.
We never referred to it as that.
No, and I asked him to draw Snorlax, right?
Oh, God.
Okay, can you do out of 1 to 10, 1 being doesn't look like Snorlax at all, 10 looking like that's Snorlax? Can you rate this picture?
I'm sorry, but that doesn't look like Snorlax.
No.
No, it's spelled wrong as well.
It's spelled wrong. Oh
Wait,
yeah,
is that an A or?
is that an A or an O, dude?
It's an
No,
O.
that's Mark's
That is an O.
copywriting.
It's just his handwriting.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes it better. I think it is spelled right, but I'm pretty sure I'm horrible at spelling.
Okay, no, that's good of you to defend him. So between 1 and 10, what do you think?
2.
2, right?
I'll take the
He
2.
does have a tail.
He does have a tail, right?
I'm pretty sure. No horns, though.
Yeah, no.
But he's not covered in Z's either.
He's not covered in Zeds.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. And what do you think that is dripping by the side of him?
Pokemon's PG! Gee!
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's poker blood because he just Pokemoned someone, is what Mark said. She's just looking at me and like sidestepping out the room now.
The Pokemon anime is PG.
Yeah, there you go. There's no blood in PGs.
That's fair.
Yeah,
I
right.
was watching The Great Showman today. It did have...
You were watching The Greatest Showman and it did have blood. It's good that they're doing things right in school. She literally watched The Greatest Showman in school today. She's been back a week and they're already sticking films on for
Watching
her.
movies.
Right, okay, love you.
Bye!
Right. Okay, one of the great episodes. Trailers.
There've been quite a few actually. What have we got going on? What have we got? Come on, YouTube, open up your goodness to me.
Oh, Snorlax is a large bluish creature notable for constantly sleeping. That's his description.
So
Cute.
Terrifier 3, we did watch the trailer for it.
I watched this a few weeks ago and I never brought it up on the thing because I just assumed neither of you would be interested. I'm really excited now.
I like the guy's expression.
Art.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I like that.
There's a really good kill in number 2. Like a really good kill. And apparently there's a kill in this that's like grosser than the one in number 2.
Oh god.
Oh god. I don't know whether they want as many eyes on this as they're gonna get.
I don't think they care that much.
No, probably not.
Small things like these.
Like what?
Cillian Murphy plays just a lot of Catholic guilt, it would appear.
There's some real vegetable energy going on with this trailer.
It is very vegetably looking, but I also do kind of like the look of its vegetable. I'm intrigued. It's a good trailer.
You love a Catholic guilt movie, though.
I do look at a Catholic guilt movie. I also don't like movies that look like they were set when everything was grey.
It's a bit grey.
Yeah. What else have we got? Woman of the Hour.
I'm quite intrigued by this one. It's Anna Kendrick's directorial debut. It's based on a true story. Like, I think it's quite an interesting story.
It is. I predict it's been one of two things. One, it's going to be good. Like properly, like good. Like that was fucking good. Or it's going to run out of steam after 25 minutes and you're going to finish it and go, that was not enough for a movie. But I'm intrigued by it. I'm intrigued by Anna Kendrick directing a movie and it being this type of movie.
Yeah.
That
Looks...
feels...
I feel like doing a Netflix movie as well is like a soft launch for your directorial career, isn't it?
A little bit, yeah. You don't have to...
Make money?
No, a little bit, in the sense that you could be a first-time director who is a known actress, actor, whatever, and make a first-time movie and it be really fucking good, but nobody see it. And then, by the time you hit your third movie, that's when the time when people might actually fucking see it. Whereas, if this is really good and it's her first movie, people will go and watch her next movie when it comes out in cinemas. Brothers. Ian. You liked this one, didn't you?
I did. 2 ticks. Sorry, lots. What's up?
Show him a picture of actual Snorlax.
We've shown him a picture of actual Snorlax.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did he look amazed?
Did he look amazed? I don't know. I can't see him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry, Anne.
Bye.
Becky, did he look amazed?
What?
Just looked confused.
He looked confused, hun.
To be fair.
He just looked confused, lots.
Okay.
Alright, okay. Love you. She usually says love you back, I swear. I've done that twice now and she hasn't said love you back just because I'm recording. Yeah, no, Brothers. Looks like one of cinema's greatest achievements. These... It's amazing how, particularly Amazon Prime films, just seem to come out of nowhere.
Yeah, they seem to be a little bit like, the more batshit the pitch was, the more likely they are to buy it.
Yeah. I'm insanely up for this. I'm stunned Josh Brolin is doing something like this.
He looks like he's having a real fun time as well.
Fair. Sorry?
He looks like he's having a real fun time, Josh Brolin, in this as well.
And it was making me laugh all the way through. And then there's an orangutan who like sexually abuses Josh Brolin?
That is what it looks like, yeah.
Terrific, 5 stars. I mean, Glenn Close is in this.
Can't be perfect.
Why?
Yeah.
Written by Macon Blair, so it's going to have a nice sick edge to it, and yeah, sure. It just looks really fun.
Yeah, I'm up for fun. I'm up for this kind of thing. Killer Heat.
Oh, this just looks like the best kind of fucking trash to watch on a miserable autumnal evening.
It looks so
this?
trashy. It's Shailene Woodley and Joseph Gordon-Levitt in like a crime family,
Murder mystery.
murder
kind of
mystery.
thing. Yeah.
Crime family. He's a private detective brought in by her to investigate the apparent accidental death of her husband.
Her brother-in-law.
Brother-in-law, sorry, yeah.
The sort of the trailer gives the vibes that she's been having an affair with her brother-in-law.
Yeah.
And her husband / his brother has got jealous.
Yeah,
but then
that's
everything's been brushed under the rug.
Yeah.
Carpet rug.
But it looks trashy and pulpy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
Nice.
kind of into the energy. It feels a little bit like Joseph Gordon-Levitt's almost playing like what his character from Brick would be doing now.
Fair.
What else have we got going on? Your Monster.
I think this looks fun. It looks like a family Halloween movie, like a family Halloweeny type of time of year movie, not like Halloween.
I just think it looks like a sort of film that could be very quickly just get just full of itself.
That's fine. Yeah, maybe. And I don't think she helps with that though.
What, Melissa Barrera?
Because
Possibly
I think she
not.
has that air anyway.
Yeah.
We watched the Salem Slot trailer, didn't we, as well? Have you guys already talked about that?
Oh, I don't think we did.
No, I think it's come out since we last recorded. Yeah. I had a "the fuck are they" moment when he came out and all those things. You knew something when it kept pulling to the side and then kept pulling back around when he's looking down that street. You knew something was going to be there, but I expected it to be that bit where there'd be something like right fucking up close to him. And it wasn't. It was just they were all on top of the buildings, like a little bit like 30 Days a Night. But yeah, I'm fucking up for that film.
Yeah. It's an odd one because it's apparently getting a theatrical release in the UK, but it's going straight to Max in the US.
A week before its theatrical release in the UK.
Yeah. Already been delayed for a year, and it's, films have been announced as going straight to Max and then getting theatrical releases, like Magic Mike's Last Dance and Evil Dead Rise.
Yeah.
The fact that this is one that is just going straight to Max, and like I say, it's been delayed for a while. It is a little bit what's wrong with it, but it's a good trailer.
Yeah, it's a decent trailer. It looks decent. I've paid and enjoyed worse at the cinema.
Yeah, it's like I saw the trailer as well, and for I can't even remember what it's called, Apartment something or other, the Rosemary's Baby prequel with Julia Garner in.
Oh yeah,
and like that's a Paramount Plus one, and
Yep.
I just the economics of this stuff. It's like Wi-Fi for me. I just don't understand it.
There's an element of surely horror films or horror adjacent films are a safer bet, and if they're not, then you've spent too much money on it already.
Yeah. I mean, you look at what they did with Smile. Originally it was supposed to be on Paramount Plus. Test screenings were great. Comes out, makes an absolute shit ton. Sequel's coming out, which looks like it's got a real budget behind it. Great.
Yeah.
Smile's one I want to rewatch in the next couple of weeks as well, damn it. Sorry. Yeah.
I mean, that's literally out in like, what?
It's like 3 weeks.
4 or 5 weeks, yeah. What else have we got trailer-wise? What else have we got?
I thought there were a couple. There's the biggie that came out like earlier today.
I haven't watched the Apprentice trailer just because I'll be honest, I have no interest in this film until the second week in November, and then I might have interest in it, or I might think that it's the worst thing that we need right now.
Yeah, look, if Trump loses, I'll watch it. If he doesn't, I can't.
Yeah, that's exactly the same place I'm in, and I literally, it doesn't exist to me until that moment.
Yeah, it's directed by Ali Abbasi, who directed Monster and Holy Spider. I not Monster. What the fuck? Border. Sorry. And Holy Spider is like really like fucking hell, like captivating, upsetting cinema, and like I kind of feel like Apprentice may well be captivating and upsetting as well, quite frankly.
I can't stand the idea of watching something that either makes him look in any way charismatic, that shows him in any way a positive light.
I think it's a bit, he's a monster, but it's not like he was a monster from birth. He was shaped to be so.
I don't want him to get an excuse or an out because his parents were cunts. He's a cunt.
I think it's this Roy Cohen guy who was like his kind of guide. Like, he's being played by Jeremy Strong in this, but it kind of feels like this film is gonna like do nothing. It had okay reviews, but there's no heat on it whatsoever. It kind of feels like it is going to come and go regardless of what the result is.
Yeah. Do you know what does look like a banger? Mickey 17.
This is what you do when you won Best Picture and Best Director, and you can basically do anything you want in Hollywood.
Yep.
Just make one of your films.
Yep. Yeah, just make... I've got this idea, right? Anything. We want to sign on the line now. Do you want me to tell what it's about? No. Alright, cool. I've signed. So it's about this guy called Mickey 17. It's a space film. Like in this nice space drama. No, it's a comedy. What? Yeah, he's like a clone and like... They're both like clones, and they're just like, it's Robert Pattinson. Oh, the guy from Twilight. No, the guy who voices the boy and the heron. That Robert Pattinson. Right, this is, we fucked up here, haven't we? We fucked up. Weren't you the guy who did Parasite? Yeah. But I also did like other films as well. Go watch those. And they've gone back and watched them and gone, oh fuck. This looks fucking great.
It does, yeah.
It looks ace. I really, really hope Robert Pattinson gets people in the cinema for it.
Yeah.
It's coming out in January, which basically says that Warner have got no real faith in it whatsoever. But at the same time, at the end of the trailer, it also says experience it in IMAX, and you bet your fucking sweet arsehole experience it in IMAX. Thank you very much.
There's a moment in the trailer that just made me go... A lot of it. For a start off, it looks like a Bong Joon-ho film.
Yeah.
The visual style and everything, it looks like that. But the bit where they're about to chuck him in and he coughs, and they're like, holy shit, he's still alive. He's like, it's alright.
It's alright.
Throw him in anyway.
I remember reading an interview with him where Bong Joon-ho, where he said like he actually wanted to rename it like Mickey 28 so he could kill another 10 of them. It's like...
even in the trailer it says starring Mickey 1, Mickey 17, Mickey 18.
I was just great. That's what you do. That's what you do with your cachet.
Yeah.
And it's great as well, because I remember when Parasite won, and it was like immediately after, they were like, director Bong and Adam McKay are going to work on a US TV series, like, retelling of Parasite. It's like, no, don't do that.
No.
That seems to have disappeared.
Yeah.
And now it's like, no, he's just going to do another one of his goofy-ass films, but, like, he can get away with it.
Yeah. He can have a really big budget, but not do something that looks like he's just fucking... Like he's got too many toys in the toy box.
Yeah.
This looks like the film that he would have made anyway.
Yeah.
But he just can have...
Bigger names.
He can have bigger names in it, and he can have a little bit more time to kind of, like, flesh it out and bits like that. It's going to be so much fun. I love the fact that he's backing up Parasite, which is actually a funny film. With a full-blown comedy.
Yeah. And it's great as well. Like, Parasite's brilliant.
Yep.
But I do like him in this mode.
Goofy Arpats looks like he's having a lovely time as well.
Arpats doing a voice is a wonderful thing.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Got Boy and the Heron 4K arriving on Monday.
Oh, that's gonna look nice and sound incredible.
Yeah, first Ghibli 4K as well.
Is it?
And it's yeah. They haven't released any others in 4K yet, but there's because I'm fucking sad like this, on the artwork available online, it's like on the spine they've got this special like Ghibli 4K UHD logo. It's like, you're gonna do more, aren't you?
Yeah. Oh, there's no way they aren't doing more.
And
I like Studio Ghibli, etc. The one thing they do love is a re-release.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, no, totally. It's just like, God, I'd like them to hurry up with it though, because I'm going to watch every single Ghibli film before we go to Japan in April, because we're going to go to like the Ghibli Park and the Ghibli Museum, and I'm going to spend so much fucking money. You won't. I can't even, like, Lots is going to spend so much money at Super Nintendo World. I'm going to spend so much money at the Ghibli place. But yeah, so I'm going to watch all of them, and there's a few Ghiblis I've never seen, and I'm going to have to gird my loins for Grave of the Fireflies,
which just arrived on Netflix today, I believe.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah.
Great. All the excuse I need. Yay. But yeah, no, I mean, they are going to look amazing in 4K and HDR. They are going to look incredible. And I'm going to get like full uncompressed "I be your guide" as well. So, yeah, good.
Yeah. Speak No Evil is written and directed by James Watkins. It is based on the 2022 Danish film of the same name, but this time we've got Mackenzie Davis, we've got Scooty Boy, James McAvoy and Aisling Francoise.
I was going to say Franciosi.
An Ashling. The Ashling, what?
Yeah.
You said Aisling.
You did not say Ashling, mate.
Did I not?
Sorry.
No.
Right, well, that's my brain not talking my mouth. A family is invited to spend a whole weekend in a lonely home in the countryside. But as the weekend progresses, they realise that a dark side lies within the family who invited them.
I mean, lonely home, like, downplay. It's like a nice, cute, fucking remote farm situation. Like, and when she's been all fucking dickbaggy, because Mackenzie Davis dickbag. No, but right, about the house and stuff. Why would a doctor live like this? What, in a massive, massive fucking country pile? Oh, I don't know. Fuck off, Mackenzie Davis.
So, those sheets were dirty, though.
The sheets were dirty.
Yeah. I mean, that was intentional, though, wasn't
I feel like it was, yeah. I reckon he was, like, rubbing his arse on it before she got there.
Yeah.
He's earthy. I feel like that's the kind of thing he would do.
No, I reckon it's stained with ants' tears.
Maybe he slept in there after he'd had his tongue cut off and it's just like blood seepage from his
Could
mouth.
be.
Yeah.
All spoilers all the time, guys.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Ian.
Hi.
Speak No Evil. Before, we don't normally do questions. Can you guess which bit me and Becky laughed at, like, a lot, and nobody else in our screening was laughing at?
So there are two possible answers for this.
Yep.
And because it would match
both
me.
of them are probably right.
Yeah. Go on, Ian.
Okay. McAvoy looking intensely at Scoot McNairy while singing Eternal Flame in the car.
Yes.
New kink unlocked.
Yeah.
That was fucking incredible.
And then when he goes into the house later and puts it on.
Oh fuck! No, actually, there's two other moments. The thing is about this film, it's like they're meaning it. It's on purpose. There is some funny stuff in this.
It's a fucking comedy classic.
So, you've also got oh god, I can't remember what James McAvoy says. It's like, oh, you can't drive on that. I'll call the AA. Oh, you don't have to do that. It's all right. I've got an annual membership. Like, it's fucking great. But also when the car blows up and he goes, "You blew up my car, you cheeky cunt."
Actually, the other one we laughed most heartily at.
Oh shit! It wasn't either of those.
No,
okay, go on.
It was when the kid throws the American football. And
yeah.
and Kira just turns around and just goes,
God, he's fucking shit.
God, he's shit, that kid. It's God, he's shit, that one. like the other ones were better.
I mean, he is shit. I mean, he is
Ian, speak no evil.
This is
comedy banger of the year.
I mean, honestly though, so I enjoyed my time with this. I haven't seen the original. I don't. Have either of you two?
Yeah.
You haven't.
Okay.
Ending's better.
Yeah. What the originals?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the original ending, I know what the original kind of like the third act is, and it's just like that sounds way more impactful and like of the tone you expect from what is actually kind of happening here, I suppose. But at the same time, I'm reviewing what's in front of me, and I thought that the McAvoy character was really interesting. I think they just about get away with the, why are you doing this? You're like a cat playing with its food kind of thing. Like
line.
Sorry?
I loved that line.
Yeah, because in one line, it kind of erased my... Why the fuck is he actually going to all this effort? I think the guy in the film actually says that.
Yeah.
It's like, why don't you just get him there and just kill him there and then? He likes playing with his food. So, like, and, that's epitomised by the scene... One of the most tense, like, 10 minutes or so in the cinema this I can remember in a while for me, of where they're going... And it's like, oh, you got a puncture. He fixes the puncture. Oh, the bunny's up on the roof. Like, he waggles the ladder, like, obviously, but it's like pissing about. And then they're leaving. I was just like, okay, what's actually gonna happen now? Oh, I'll just chuck the kid in the pond. But again, it's like, and I'm kind of laughing because it's horrible, but it's also just so
nonchalantly done in the background.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
so
and it
well
really
done.
Is. As well, it's like it's a good thing the kid was looking, because otherwise they would have just driven off, which maybe is a little bit of a plot hole there, but needs must. But yeah, McAvoy was great. I thought McNary playing basically beta, very nearly cuck, really good. Mackenzie Davis, I think that's maybe going to be a conversation. I thought she was good, and I thought she was steely. But also, yeah, like, she could have been warmer. Like, because it kind of, I don't know, it almost felt like I didn't know whose fault it really was in that relationship, I'll say that. And the film obviously is saying it's McNary. But, I don't know, you guys might disagree. But look, I had a really good time with it. My audience was vibing, apart from the fact that I was laughing at stuff nobody else was laughing at. Like, nobody else was laughing at. Honestly, McAvoy, when he just turns and looks at McNary singing Eternal Flame, it almost felt like that was improv.
Yeah, it does, because McNary kind of looks at him like, what the shit? And he just carries, and it lingers for a while, and then he does it again and lingers for longer.
Beautiful scene.
I mean, my only note with that whole thing was, I think the end credits should have been the Atomic Kitten cover of it. But no, look, we'll get into it. But I had a good time with this. It's fun, but like super tense when it needs to be.
I feel like what it does really well is it highlights what we will go along with against our own better interests in the interests of politeness.
Yeah.
It's just wild. Like I don't, apart from going back for the fucking rabbit, just fucking tell the kid to shut the fuck up and get over it.
Yeah.
But they don't really make like outlandishly unrelatable decisions. I think there is a lot of you that goes, oh, well, I wouldn't do that. But you probably fucking would in real life, because we are inherently a polite species of things.
Yeah.
Most of us, anyway.
It's not even a polite, it's a let's not escalate a situation that we are unaware where it might go. When we're trapped within this.
I mean, yeah, so I would have much preferred the original film's ending to this because I wanted that family to die from the instant that we met them. Apart from Scoot McNairy's character, who just seemed like he's married to this no fun fucking bitch with a neurotic child who is irrationally attached to a fucking rabbit. Like, honestly, I feel like he would have had a better life if those two had died. And he'd just gone off with Ant. Maybe just stayed friends with James McAvoy.
It's going to be very, very clear that it is the woman in this podcast who just said that.
She's irritating. Like, really fucking irritating. Like, that... And I've got... I leant over to you at one point, didn't I? And was like... Of course they drive a fucking Tesla. They are such Tesla drivers.
That is definitely a director's...
Well, that is intentional.
Yeah, it's intentional, that. It's a well done little nod and wink, I think. That
yeah. But, I mean, I wanted them to die. But they didn't. But... Yeah.
Sorry, it does... I always wanted to have a Tesla, like, 10 years ago. It was like a real aspirational thing because I believed the shit that Elon Musk was selling. I'm now so glad that having a Tesla is a symbol of you might be a bit of a prick.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's become the new thing of where somebody cuts you off, you're like, of course, it's a fucking Tesla.
Yeah.
Somebody's parked over 2 spaces, of course, it's a fucking Tesla. Yeah. Carry on, Bert.
No, I mean, it pitches its tone. I was going to say really well. I feel like it's not scary, really, throughout the film because it pitches the tone quite comedic. But yeah, it's so...
oppressive.
Awkward and oppressive. And, like, McAvoy does such a good job of just, like... He'll say something, like, really awkward or inappropriate or uncomfortable and then just fucking look at them. Like... He's so intimidating in this. I think some of that gets lost because there are quite funny bits in it.
But he's intimidating, but then he backs it up with like calm and charisma. He's playing with them the entire time. A fun thing that they did, because they had to stop shooting for a while during the
writer's strike.
The SAG strike. And so McAvoy spoke to James Watkins and said, because they hadn't filmed the big finale bit. Yeah. And he was like, I've got this idea and I want you to see if you'll go along with it. And I was like, what? I want to get bigger. Like, noticeably fucking bigger. So that when he goes full, he is fucking, like, evil coming from the shadows. I want to look massive.
He's a fucking
like, I've got even bigger. At that point, I feel like, that sounds fucking great. But then when you watch it from a visual, you go, fucking hell, McAvoy.
Yeah. He's an absolute unit in this movie.
I said to Bex after it, with Mackenzie Davis, there's going to be one thing. She is just this person. And all the characters, because she plays a lot of characters like this. So she's either that person, and she's just a little bit insufferable and a bit of a knob, and she plays that because she thinks she isn't, or she's a fucking great time. It's one or the other, and I really hope it's that she's just a fucking great time, and that she just likes playing these dickheads.
I cannot forgive her for her character's actions.
I know you can't forgive a happy season. I really like this. Go on.
No, sorry. It's just, I kind of get that almost PTSD from Happiest Season when it comes to her character in that.
Yeah.
I like how you would then associate that with her. Like, I get that. There's the sheer fucking hell you are being such a dick of that film. It is that, like, what was it, that EastEnders guy, like, actor who played, like, Dirty Den used to get shit in the streets. Oh, no, and Trevor, the abusive, the guy who abused Little Mo. And, like, he was getting, like, threats in the street and stuff. And he's just like, I'm an actor. And now he just rocks up in the Batman. And, like...
Yeah. Looks nothing like he used to.
Yeah, probably because he was like, fuck it, I'm going to have to put on a load of weight so I'm not Trevor.
Yeah.
But I get it. Like, God, Happiest Season. That's a film that's like, I both really do want to give another go, but also never want to watch again.
It's an every season watch for us, isn't it?
Happiest Season?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 100%, yeah.
Yeah. Mainly because at one point, Kristen Stewart rocks the shit out of a pantsuit.
Who does?
Kristen Stewart.
Oh, yeah. And, yeah, Aubrey Plaza's in that as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
The chemistry between those two characters is fantastic.
And you get, what's his name? What's the guy's
Stanley
name?
Tucci.
No. The guy who's in it, Becky, from the TV show that you like.
Oh, the Shit's
Michael
Creek
Barrymore.
guy. No, the Shit's Creek guy. What's his son?
Daniel
Dan
Levy.
Levy.
Daniel Levy, yeah.
Yeah. He actually, who I'm not the biggest fan of his, I think he's a bit one
that
note,
speech,
but he does get one speech that he absolutely fucking nails. But going back to the movie that we're actually reviewing,
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
McAvoy is just so much fun in this. But then again, sorry, what's her name? Is playing Kira. Girl's name I can't pronounce.
She's really good. I don't recognise her from anything. She was bloody good in
Yes,
this.
she's good because she plays it like really well as well, like sinister as fuck. I mean, you said that the McAvoy intensely singing Eternal Flame at you is a
New King Unlocked.
New Kink Unlocked. Yeah, I'd already unlocked my hot redhead being psychotic kink a long time ago, and this just added into it.
Irish Italian.
Fucking hell, what a fucking combination that is.
You
That's
are.
just so much Catholicism rolled into a redhead.
Yeah.
But, like, I think she plays it really well, because, like, that moment where they trap her in and she's like, you got to take me with you. I was his first or whatever.
No,
And it's
I
like,
hated that. That was my one criticism of the movie.
But I don't think
No,
she
but-
was.
No, because then when he says about
Yeah,
Agnes or whatever,
I think
she's all I've got now.
I think
she'll
he's
be
just
my
been a
new
dick.
Kira, and it's like it pitched it too far.
what? How so? Sorry.
Why not just have them both be fucking psychos that enjoy murdering families
But
and stealing their
I
children?
think-
Why have to add like this pedo grooming element to it? It just didn't need it. It
I
was
think
already bad enough.
I think she is into it. He's moulded her into being into it. I think that was what she said was the truth, but she's not being true in let me out of it, like, because I want to
I'm
escape.
not captive. She can go whenever she wants. She just doesn't want to. The bit that I really liked of that was
Like, she would have, like, got out and immediately tried to kill him.
oh yeah, the fact that she does is the
Well,
fact
yeah.
that when he hits her, because he hits, doesn't he? At that moment, you're going, oh, I hope this isn't going to be like that. But then she gets up and just fucking punches him back, and that. Oh no, yeah, that's just something you do, both of you. It's not it's not spousal abuse. It's just you're both fucking nuts.
But it started from a place of, like, really, really horrible abuse.
Yeah, it's another level of crazy.
Yeah. I mean, another level of crazy is a good way of putting it. But it just, like, I thought that was clever. That it was like, you know, she knows that is an angle to try and let her out, even though she doesn't really believe in it. Like, I thought that was an interesting nuance. We talk more about it than it actually takes to fucking play out in the film, but I like that moment.
Yeah, it's such a well crafted movie in terms of the way that it uses the tension. It keeps on, it builds it up as it more and more it goes along, and then like the first scene that you've got with the kid and McAvoy after you found out exactly what is going on, and he's like, "Oh, what are you doing here?" And then when he says, "You want to piggyback now?" Actually, wait a minute, it'll make it like we've made up.
Yeah.
And it's just like he's so nonchalantly just does not give a shit. It's quite something. But as well, Scoot McNairy just feels almost like perfect casting for that character as well.
Yeah, it's great casting.
Like he as a guy that Scoot McNairy that when you actually see actual interviews with him and stuff like that, he's a really quite fucking energetic guy.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, I think the first thing we ever saw him in was he's a recurring character in an episode of Bones, isn't he? Where he's the stalker.
Fuck, is that him?
Yeah, and he stalks people, and he crops up in a few episodes because he's like this. He's like a he like lives off the grid and grows all his own food, but he stalks people. But he refuses to acknowledge that he stalks people. And then when they ask him for some help, he's like, look, do you know if she was here at this time or this time? He's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. And they're like, look, we're not investigating you for stalking. I was like, maybe she was. And he just flips out like a fucking notebook and starts detailing everything that she's been up to. And he's like, I'm not stalking, I'm just looking out for her like you guys. And it crops up a few times. Like they find him again in another episode, don't they? And go, it's been a long time no seen. He's like, I don't do that shit anymore. And they're like, really? And he's like, no. I went, because we need you to actually stalk this girl for the next 2 days. And he's like, all right, what kind of stalking? Like, she needs it? And he starts going through like all these levels.
You know.
But it's not. It's a very jokey. Like he doesn't ever get near them or anything like that.
That feels like something that wouldn't fly today. Yeah, I got to say,
it is one of those. Yeah. But he doesn't ever. He doesn't even know the people he stalks. He just likes their coat or something like that. It's real fucking weirdness. But yeah, it's just mad that he went on to do fucking Argo and then this.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had a good time with Speak No Evil. It has enough levity to puncture the sheer uncomfortability of it.
Yeah.
And the way that he gets that Danish guy to not come and sit with them.
Yeah. He's just.
Yeah. I'm glad we go on I'm glad we go on holiday with our friends. Like, I'll say that, but yeah, that whole idea of vacation friends, obviously very well played in the films Vacation Friends and Vacation Friends 2. Yeah, that's just no bueno. Like, no, don't meet randoms on holiday and get to know them like that well. Yeah, no.
My thing there is if you meet somebody on holiday, let's say on night 2, you're trapped in a place with them. You're almost obligated to have to spend time with them. So just don't.
Holiday friends.
Yeah, no.
Can't relate.
Can't relate.
Just wouldn't do it.
No.
I go on. Right, this is going to sound really, really, really icky. Try not to throw up in your mouth. I go on holiday with my best friend already. Why would I need to make new friends?
Aww. When do you go on holiday without me? Yeah, we will converse occasionally with people, won't we, on holiday? But
real occasionally. If we have to.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we've been on holiday a couple of times with our Irish friend who Mark knows by voice. And
random. Mark knows by voice.
I think we just need to leave that lingering there.
Yeah.
And her husband and their kids, and that's absolutely fine. But it's funny because like they know that I need my alone introvert time every now and then. And that, like, the husband, Alex, he really, really enjoys making me work for it. Like, he'll be like, right, we're going to do this. And he's so get up and go. And I'm like, fuck, all right, fine, because the stuff you're suggesting is actually really fun. He's the guy who got me on the speedboat.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, that's not the thing I would have naturally suggested we do. But yeah, sorry, I don't know where I'm going with this, but yeah, it just actually like making friends with people on holiday just seems like no, and Speak No Evil is why.
Yep,
because that will happen.
Well, they'll try and murder you and steal your child.
Yes.
Okay.
I am definitely not shit on this. Great fucking time.
Yeah, definitely not shit. I think, like I said, I prefer the ending to the original. But because it's got a different ending, this is like its whole own thing.
Yeah.
So you can just like both.
Yeah.
I mean, you can like both anyway, even if it was the same ending, but like they're different experiences because of the difference. Yeah, definitely not shit.
Yeah. Our audience poll was 67% definitely not shit and 33% touching cloth.
Glad no one said shit.
Yeah. I think if someone... I think that people could not get on with this if you were somebody who just didn't like the uncomfortable awkwardness of cinema.
It is uncomfortable.
That thing. I could see why somebody could go... I could see why somebody could have a thanks, I hate it about this movie.
Oh, God,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because they could be like, look, I know it's good and everything like that, but that sheer level of just feeling awkward and uncomfortable, no, not for me. I think I'd have been a little bit like that without Eternal Flame, and God, that one's fucking useless.
Yeah.
Without those kind of bits within it.
I do like you blew up my car, you cheeky cunt. And it's like it's the West Country accent is not consistent in this film, and I would argue what you were saying earlier on about them doing reshoots, not reshoots, but picking up the shooting after the strike for the third act. He's way more West Country in the third act than he is at any other time in the film.
It becomes West Country once he's outed as being a wrong un. He drops the faux posh accent and goes full West Country.
So you think there's actually a story decision behind that?
I think I think it's
right. That's actually
he
interesting.
stops because I noticed that and went straight away once that had gone. It was like, oh, okay, you've brought in a West Country accent. Don't know why you've done that. And then it I thought, right, shit. And then the next scene, it was like, oh no, it's just a choice.
Yeah, fair play. Okay, that makes all the sense in the world. Yeah,
Great time with that. Loved it. It's a fun movie.
yeah, absolutely.
Ian,
Hi.
What have you been up to?
Okay, so I've only got a few films, and I don't think I'll take very long with them. So just a very quick F1 update. Becky, I know you're pumped.
Can I just throw in an F1 fact that I read?
Go on.
Yeah. So Max Verstappen has not won a race in the past few, has he?
7, yeah.
And he's not podiumed either.
Yeah.
Has he not? No. Ever since he went to Ellen Road and held up a lead shirt. He's not, since he did that as part of their away kit launch, he has not won a race or podium since then.
Wow. Curse.
The F1 schedule is all over the place. So there was a 4-week summer break, and then there was 2 in a row, and then there was a week off, and there's another 2 in a row now, and then there's another 4 weeks off, and then it's 3 in a row, 2 weeks off, 3 in a row, end of season. It's all over the fucking shop.
That does feel a little bit all over the place, yeah.
Yeah. Season doesn't end until like the second Sunday of December. It's like there's a lot of Grand Prix these days. Anyway, so it was Azerbaijan this weekend, and just drama all over the shop. It's actually like genuinely, it has turned from the start of the season where Verstappen won the first. He won the first few, had a retirement, then won the next few, then Lando won, then he won another few. And it was just like, all right, so Verstappen's just going to win basically all of them. It's turned into, he hasn't won in 7, hasn't podiumed in 7. Red Bull, nowhere near it. For the first time in 3 years, Red Bull are now no longer on top of the Constructors' Championship. McLaren are. The first half of last season, basically had the slowest car on the grid. And now, McLaren have got 2 drivers, Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri. Lando Norris is second in the Drivers' Championship. Piastri is 4th, but Piastri is doing better at the moment. Over the last 7 races, he scored the most points of any driver. But now McLaren are like, well, what do we do? What driver do we favour? So there's that kind of intrigue happening. What's happening with Red Bull? is incredible. Verstappen's just not been on it. Sergio Perez, who was rumoured to be getting chucked out of Red Bull over the summer break, kept his seat. Was basically doing his best drive since April. And then in the penultimate lap, him and Ferrari driver Carlos Sainz smashed into each other and took each other out. And it's just the amount of fucking soap opera drama. And I've said all along, part of what I love about F1, it's almost like 50-50. I love how it's not just like you could have the best driver, but if they're in a shit car, they are not going to do anything. It involves the team. It involves the design of the car, how good they are at pit stops to make sure they're as quick as possible, how well the strategy for the tyres is. It's all this stuff makes a champion in Formula One, and I really like that. But also, the other 50% is just the gossipy bitch who lives with the drama of it all. And it's great. You had that smash. So Piastri won the Grand Prix. Lando Norris got knocked out of the first qualifying session and started 15th, even though he's the one who is supposed to be challenging Max Verstappen. So like I say, it's like McLaren are like, both of them are basically number one drivers. Which one do we favour? They said before the Grand Prix, basically, if it's between Lando and Oscar, we'll give it to Lando. But then Lando fucks up in the qualifying, and then Oscar wins the race and kind of like brings himself more into contention in the championship. So it's like, honestly, it's fucking banging. It's really, really fun. But at the same time, you get a season like last season where Verstappen won like 21 of 24 or whatever it was. And yeah, you could get why people would be like, it's really boring. It's such a depends on the season kind of thing. But yeah, I'm having a great time. Singapore this week, and that's going to be brilliant. And then it's 4 weeks off.
Sure. Another 4 weeks off.
Yeah, why not? It's 4 weeks off, and then what is it? It's Texas. Oh God. It's Texas, Brazil, and one other. All week by week by week. Mexico. Texas, Mexico, Brazil. And then it's 3 weeks off. And then it's Las Vegas, Abu Dhabi.
Las Vegas, Qatar. And
Qatar.
Then, and then Abu Dhabi in December.
Yeah. It just like, that schedule is all over the shop. You know, I mean, it's like they did Japan in April. Like, if you're in that part of, you know, if you're doing fucking Singapore and whatnot in September, why not do Japan in September? Why are you just randomly going to Japan in April? It makes no sense.
Well, I mean, they've got, like you say, like the United States one is in October, and then Las Vegas is like a month later.
Yeah, but Canada, I think, was in June. No, May. What?
It does seem a bit weird.
Yeah. Anyway, F1. It rules. Get involved. And also, it's not that much of a time commitment. Race weekends, it's a time commitment, don't get me wrong. But when it's like you got 2 weekends and you got a fucking 4-week break, it's not that bad. Anyway. Right, films. So, actually, segue. I rewatched Senna. The Asif Kapadia documentary.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, it gives a good insight into what made Senna. Like, he, in Formula One terms, the immortal line, a driver who sees a gap but doesn't go for it is no longer a driver. Which, yeah, that was Senna. Like, the amount of crashes he had, because he was like, fuck it, I'm going to try and go for this. And then just ends up crashing into someone. It was something. But I will say, there's some contradictory stuff that he says in it, which does go unchallenged. And it is a bit of a hagiography. Like, and I get it because of like the nature of his death. And and it's officially sanctioned, but it's it could have been challenged more. Like there's there's a bit where he's complaining about another car is winning because it's got all these computers and electronics and stuff, and he's like, it's not fair. The next year he signs for that team. The FIA then introduced rules to basically limit the amount of that kind of stuff, and then he's complaining about that. And it's like I say, it goes unchallenged, but it's still an absolute heartbreak. I mean, I remember where I was when my dad told me that Senna had died, because my dad and I used to watch a lot of F1 back in the day. And I remember that shit. But yeah, it's a good documentary. It is a little bit of hagiography, but at the same time, I kind of get it. Okay, and I also rewatched The Fall Guy. Watched this with Don. Not the extended version, which is like on the 4K and whatnot. 20 extra minutes. It's like, fucking hell. But I will say, I may be up for giving that a go. I liked this more on rewatch.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I had a few beers in me, which maybe helped, and Donna was vibing with it as well. And I wasn't entirely sure whether she was going to, but she enjoyed it, and maybe that helped as well. But I think the biggest problem with that film for me is that the first third of it is by far the strongest section of it.
The last 20 minutes I could just have done without.
Yeah, totally. That, like, filming that stunt sequence and like trapping Aaron Taylor-Johnson. Yeah, I think that's fair. It's like I say, like I'm kind of intrigued by the extended cut, but it's like, man, those 20 minutes have got to be put in the right places for that to work. But Gosling is so good in that film. It's a shame that it didn't do that well, because I feel like maybe we're not going to get that mode of Gosling again for a bit. I would so much rather the fun, quippy Gosling than the serious Gosling of like The Grey Man.
Yeah. If he's doing this kind of thing, yeah.
In a blockbuster kind of environment.
You want him to be the pretty idiot.
It's just the fact that I really, really like how he's just into Emily Blunt the entire time, like the puppy dogness of it.
Yeah.
That's really, really charming. And it's like, he's not playing it cool. His character just kind of is cool because he's a stuntman and he can do this shit.
It almost like tries to make him not cool.
And it works really well. The unicorn stuff, it just made me really, really laugh again. Just knowing that he's still high because there's just a unicorn in the background of a scene is great. It's a good time. I feel it may be a better time at home with some beers and you can pause to go for a pee.
Yeah, see, I'm intrigued to give it another watch. I will give it another watch for the end of the year.
Yeah, and like I say, Don had a really good time with it, so great. Last one for me this week. Did a rewatch of Walk the Line, which I just kind of stumbled across on Disney Plus, and it was like, Joaquin Phoenix, Joker, James Mangold, a complete unknown. Like, I could do with giving a rewatch of this. I'd only seen it the once before. Didn't remember all that much about it. To be fair, Walk Hard, I know that it's not an original thought, but Walk Hard really did a number of this on this fucking film. Robert Patrick basically says in this film the wrong kid died. Which, is a part of Walk Hard. There's a moment where Johnny Cash is offered some pills And I swear to God, I thought Tim Meadows was going to come up and say, "You don't want any of this shit." And like it has got those moments. And also, it kind of ends really abruptly as well. It's like he cleans himself up. He gets back with June, film over. And it's almost like Mangold's just like, that's all I was really interested in. It was just like seeing him high and then seeing him low. As soon as he's fixed himself up, fuck it, I'm not bothered anymore. We'll just do a title card about the next 30 years of his life. It kind of felt like there was more story to tell there. But it's pretty unvarnished, and for based on the actual biography by him, like his son produced it. It's it does paint a picture of a really, really negligent husband. Even though I will say as well that Ginnifer Goodwin playing his first wife basically is a shrew from the second time you see her. The first time, it's like he's deployed overseas and he's like, "I'm going to come back and I'm going to marry you." Awful, but accent. And after that, she's basically got some sort of problem with him in every single scene. You never see them happy together, ever, 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 ever. And it's obviously because, like, the film wants you to go, "Oh, Reese Witherspoon, that's the one he should be with." Even though, I mean, like, there's this really, but also, like, quite truthful scene where Johnny and June are singing a song about getting together, and the framing is them, and in between them is his wife and his kids in the audience watching them, and that's like the film's being contradictory because it's like they've the two on stage have got chemistry. There's his kids there. And I don't know what the point the film was trying to say is. And then as soon as he basically he goes to jail and like gets out, and he's like at his lowest, his wife basically disappears from the film completely. And
I think what the film was trying to do there was a lot of speculation about, are they a couple? Is the reason why her marriages keep failing because they're together, and the reason why you never see him with his wife. It was an ongoing thing in like the gossip columns before there were gossip columns of what's going on here. It was constantly there. I think that was almost as if Mangold basically going, look, the family had to literally watch this happening to them.
But I feel like the film lets him get away with it, with how cold and just not nice to him she is. But at the same time, it's complicated because he's a dickhead to her. But it's just, there's never any scene where it's like, oh, okay, I understand why they're married. There's Jennifer Goodwin is doing good work in this, but it's this really, really thankless role. And it made me actually feel a little bit uncomfortable about what we're supposed to be getting out of it. But Phoenix is ace, Witherspoon's ace. It's a well done film, but there's that, and there's the walk hard stuff, which obviously is not this film's fault, but it's weird watching it after the fact. But watching this has me more interested in a complete unknown, because this does have some truth to it. It's not all rosy. By the way, I meant to say, Back to Black is on Netflix now. I kind of want... I know what I've said about the film. kind of need your opinions on it.
Yeah,
I've got to say.
I was looking going. I don't want to, but I kind of need to watch that.
Yeah, I'd be really, really intrigued as to your thoughts. But yeah, Waterline, it's good. That's it for me.
What have you been watching, Bex? And then we'll segue to what we've been watching, and then we can do what I've been watching.
Okay, so Sunday we podcasted, didn't we?
Yes.
Okay, so that evening I watched the movie Smile and the short movie that came before it, Laura Hasn't Slept. So that was that was the short that was essentially like the pitch for
Smile.
the basis for Smile. And it's about Laura, who is the girl that kills herself in front of the psychiatrist.
Oh yeah.
So it's about what leads her to there. So it's actually really, really valid as a prequel, and it kind of explains a little bit more about what's going on in the movie.
Oh, right. Where did you watch that?
It's on YouTube.
Is that?
Yeah. Or was it on YouTube? I think I just googled it. Laura Hasn't Slept, where to watch online, and there was like a thing where they were doing an interview with him, and then they showed it's only about 10 minutes long. Really interesting, actually. Really good short. And then Smile. Okay, so I like Smile. I don't get the hype with it. I don't like it as much as everyone seems to fucking like it.
I think it's 'cause it's accessible horror.
I mean, it's fine. I'm intrigued by the sequel. It looks like it's taking it in a bit of a different direction, so that's good. And the ending's such a fucking gut punch, where she tries to take herself off so that the demon or whatever can't pass to anybody else, and she dies on her own, and then he just fucking rocks up to try and save her. Real good ending. But yeah, Laura Hasn't Slept actually sheds a bit of light as to what's going on.
Yeah.
So yeah, we went to see one of Becky's favourite movies at the cinema.
Are we now doing our movies?
Well, we'll come back around to that, but yeah, that was just next in my list. But yeah, I just saw it and got really excited, so apologies. At your suggestion, actually, because I couldn't think what to watch, so you sent me a few options, didn't you? I watched the Amityville Horror, the 2005 one. I did and about which one to watch, and then I remembered Ryan Reynolds' abs.
Yeah, abs.
He's actually quite good in this.
Yeah.
Like, I think because Ryan Reynolds is just like Ryan Reynolds TM now, it's like you forget that he's actually
you forget that he had a period where he was trying to do roles rather than just
being Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
And it's a bit sad, really, because he's good in this. Like when he's doing the creepy, like intimidating, scary Ryan Reynolds bit, he's good. And now he's just Ryan Reynolds. Just seems like a bit of a waste. But yeah, Ryan Reynolds, Melissa George, kids.
Yep.
Baby Chloe Grace Moretz, isn't it? Isn't she?
She is indeed.
Really good remake, actually.
I've always enjoyed Andy Amityville Horror when I've watched it.
I mean, I enjoyed both. Like the 70s one is very, very good, but yeah, I think a lot of remakes are just a bit shit, aren't they? And this one kind of does fun stuff with it. Okay, so I also had a bit of a YA moment.
Oh yeah, you did, didn't you? Yeah.
So I wasn't feeling very well.
Yeah.
And I wanted to watch something that wasn't particularly taxing. So I've got like 3, I guess.
3?
Yeah. One's more YA and then the rest are more Y.
Alright, go on then.
So I watched the new Joey King movie, Uglies.
Oh, Uglies. God, how's this? I've heard bad.
Yeah. From grown-ups, though. And I think it's the... I mean, I don't know, I've not read the book, but it just seems a bit fucking snide. People our age watching this and going, oh, it's got real heavy-handed messaging, and you know, it's just really juvenile and stuff. It's aimed at maybe at a push mid-teens.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's got some kind of peril. It's probably aimed more at low to mid teens. It's fine. If this had been out when I was that age, I'd have enjoyed it. I'm a jaded 40-year-old. It's not for me.
That's fair.
But it's fine, and it's got this whole, it is a bit heavy-handed with its whole. So basically, the premise of the story is that you're born, you live until you're 16 years old. You are an ugly, and then when you turn 16, you basically have this personalised plastic surgery, and you become a pretty, and then you're allowed to go live in the city with the rest of the pretties, and it's like you can join society essentially. But then there's a resistance to it, and Jerry King's character ends up getting her surgery withheld until she can infiltrate the resistance and sort of lead them to them, because they're going to destroy the city. And it all turns out that the surgery is actually like stealing part of people's brains.
Well, that's not good.
So they become like brainwashed and then don't cause trouble. And like it's accept yourself for what you are. You don't have to conform to society. Blah 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 blah. And it is a bit. Really, that's what you're going for. If you're our age, if you're a kid just going through puberty and you need to maybe learn that you're okay as you are, it's try to do something nice. I just think the reaction to it's just been incredibly snide.
That's fair. That often happens though.
And I don't like that. Do you know what? If you don't get on with it, it's probably not aimed at you.
If Lots was like a year or two older, I'd probably get this in front of her actually. But yeah, okay.
I think there's a lot of little girls that reach that stage of their lives and start looking at these very heavily filtered girls, especially now on social media, and start thinking real bad things about themselves. And I think this is just trying to do a thing. Maybe it's a bit too earnest, possibly, but it's trying.
Okay, cool.
So, and then I rewatched The House with the Clock in Its Walls. It's really good fun. It's The House with the Clock in Its Walls. Kyle MacLachlan plays an evil warlock. Jack Black plays a good warlock. Kate Blanchett's there. She wears a lot of purple.
Fair.
It's a clock counting down to doomsday in the walls of a house, and they try to find it.
What else do you need?
What else do you need? This also has got like
an orangutan sexually abusing Josh Brolin.
I mean, that would have capped it all off, wouldn't it?
Yeah, true. Actually, to be fair, all three of these movies. Oh gosh, there's another one as well. All of these movies have got like that same kind of message. So the kid's like, he starts a new school because his parents have died, and he's gone to live with his uncle, who's Jack Black Warlock, and everyone thinks he's real weird because he wears goggles. I don't know. And he is a bit weird, but then he comes to accept his weirdness for what it is.
Yeah.
And his magic 8-ball is the key to him harnessing his own magic abilities. And then they find the clock, and they stop Kyle MacLachlan.
Fair.
Really, really good fun. I was trying to do like these kind of movies without watching either The Hole or the Spiderwick Chronicles, and I managed to do it.
Fair.
So in the same vein, I also watched Night Books, which came out a few years ago.
Night Books?
Night Books, yeah. Kristen Ritter plays a witch.
I'm interested.
Yeah. So this kid, it's the kid from Bibbidi Boo, 8-Bit Christmas.
Oh, right, yeah.
He gets bullied because he's a bit obsessed with like horror and writes scary books and stuff, and like he's having a birthday party and his friend doesn't come because he tells him that he's creepy and he's going to this other kid's house to play computer games or whatever. So he decides he's going to go down to the basement of the apartment building and he's going to burn his night books, which is where he writes all his stories down. But then the lift stops on the wrong floor and he walks past an apartment and the Lost Boys is showing, guys. Like catnip to a horror obsessed kid. So he goes in the apartment, he eats the pumpkin pie, and Kristen Ritter traps him in the apartment, and he has to write her stories.
Fair.
And she keeps him prisoner. And there's another little girl there that's also being kept prisoner. And the apartment's like a magic apartment. And he goes to different parts of the world when it needs fresh meat and picks up different children to feed the house, basically, and to feed Kristen Ritter. And then they're trying to escape. And they find, like, secret notes.
Is it any good?
It's all right, actually.
Sounds pretty good, actually.
Yeah, it's all right. You've got to be in that kind of frame of mind. It's not a serious movie. It's not aimed at people our age. But if you can harness your inner child and let them watch a film, you will enjoy Night Books.
I can do that.
Yeah. And then I also watched Wendell and Wild.
Nice.
Yeah. We spoke about Wendell and Wild when it came out not terribly long ago. And we all watched it, didn't we?
Yeah.
It's fun. It's probably the weakest out of the 4 movies, though, to be fair.
Not all your...
No.
No, you're still going. Fucking hell,
I also watched Death Becomes Her because I wanted to watch Overboard and I couldn't find it anywhere, and I was like in a real Goldie Hawn place, so I watched Death Becomes Her.
Fair.
Not Christmas Chronicles 2.
No, I don't like the Christmas Chronicles movies. I feel like I've just accepted that now.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Death Becomes Her. Way better. Like I started watching it. I was like, I bet this isn't as good as I remember it being. It really fucking is. Like, it's just really good. I don't know whether if I didn't have an element of nostalgia for it, whether I'd enjoy it as much as I do. But it's just really good, and they bounce off each other really, really well. And also Bruce Willis is there, and what's her face gets her tits out. So
Isabella was sweet.
yeah. And the bit where they're at the party is Isabella Rossellini's house, and there's like Elvis is there, and like Marilyn Monroe's there, and Andy Warhol and stuff, because they've taken this like. So yeah, the Substance comes out soon. This is like the Substance light, I feel. So yeah, but yeah, really, really good film. So then I did watch Overboard, which is also a really good film, and I think it's quite nice as well, like, because obviously they're IRL couple, and it's quite nice. Like, you can watch them in the Christmas Chronicles, and they're them now, and then you can watch them this, and it's them in 1987.
Very much a VHS rental classic, Overboard, isn't it?
Yeah. She's such a cunt though. She's so good at playing a dickhead.
I imagine that VHS rental classic nowadays is that people have watched on ITV3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, really good, and like how their like relationship develops across the course of the movie is just really sweet. And then probably the only highbrow thing that I watched.
I've watched some highbrow stuff this week. I'll level it out, don't worry.
Was I rewatched Arsenic and Old Lace.
Oh wow.
It is fucking great, and it just makes me want to just go, so this Frank Capra guy, I've seen 2 of his films, and I really, really fucking
I think
like
you've seen more than
both
2.
of them.
I
want to do a deep dive.
I think I've shown you more at Frank Capra than...
Yeah. Arsenic and Old Lace is so...
It's a fun movie.
Bonkers. It makes me really sad that it's Cary Grant, isn't it? Yeah. That he counts it as like one of his weakest performances in films.
Cary Grant's a bit of a knob, so...
Is he? That's fine. He's good in this though. He's really fucking good. And the old ladies are funny, and the fact that there's like a whole thing that Boris Karloff was in the stage production.
Yeah.
And so were the 2 old ladies in it.
Yeah.
And they released them to be in the movie, but they wouldn't release Boris Karloff. But then it's a running joke throughout the movie that the surgery that the brother has had, who is the character Karloff played, looks like Boris Karloff. It's just real funny. And then that's it. That's me.
Cool. Right. Should we do what we watched together? And then I'll do what I watched?
We've only watched 1 together, haven't we? 2 together.
3 together. So we watched The Martian, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. I really enjoyed this.
Yearly rewatch The Martian.
Yeah.
Martian. I'm not going to talk about it too much because we spoke about it quite a bit before. It's a banging film. Just pure film entertainment.
But I was saying to you one night, it's like, you know, when you see like these Quora questions online and stuff like that, and it's just like real dumb questions.
Yeah.
And like one of them was, is The Martian based on a true story?
Yeah.
And it's like hilarious, but it feels like it could be.
It does feel like it could
Yeah,
be.
sure.
It's so human. It's just so grounded and like relatable.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that he's on Mars.
Yeah, I do remember. I wish I could find it now. Someone worked out and kind of added up how many man hours, roughly, and how much money has been spent on retrieving Matt Damon from places in movies. Based on this Saving Private Ryan and Interstellar.
That's fair.
We also... Actually, I finished rewatching this, you didn't.
Oh, okay. You can talk about that then.
I'm not going to speak so much about I spoke about it before. The first Wrong Turn movie, it's great. It's a really... I always think that Wrong Turn is the horror that your parents could also quite like. It's gnarly, but it seems accessible for some reason.
Okay.
It's just a good time, is Wrong Turn. And it is like 84 minutes long. It gets in and gets its shit the fuck done.
Yeah. I seem to remember up to the point we watched it, you were really enjoying Emmanuel Shikri.
Of course I was Emmanuel Shikri.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we also watched A Perfect Murder, didn't we?
Oh, I didn't lock that.
The remake of Dial M for Murder, which stars Michael Douglas and Gwyneth Paltrow as man and wife. When she was 26 and he was 54.
But you got sneaky, sexy Vigo around.
Yeah, you got sexy Vigo just creeping around, just doing that perfect 90s thing he did before he became like Viggo Mortensen, Aragon. Just fucking people's wives in movies. Viggo Mortensen actually has a quietly fucking great 90s that you didn't notice. I enjoyed A Perfect Murder, right?
Yeah.
Apart from the fact that none of it actually makes sense. Like, if you think about it for more than a few seconds, you're like, a lot has to happen here for this to work.
Yeah.
And it's all based on there's a lot of chance here that doesn't add up.
Do you know what I didn't like about it? Just everyone's a piece of shit in this movie.
Oh yeah, there's not a single likeable person.
Like, I'm not saying Gwyneth Paltrow deserved to die because she was cheating on Michael Douglas, but like, she's not the protagonist in this.
No.
She's not the good guy.
No. There's no good guy in this.
No. I need a good guy.
Yeah. There's no... Even the friend that she's got that's supposed to be, like, a good guy in it. It's like, well, she still is egging her on with this affair she's having.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Right. And the last one that we watched together, actually. Clue. Went to see Clue, didn't we, at the cinema?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. You've spoken about Clue quite a few times.
Yeah, I want to let you say more.
But I've not. I've seen it, but I've not spoken about it that many times. I haven't seen it for a long time. And we watched it at the cinema.
Bear in mind, I'll be making you dinner, so, you know, I can put poison in your food.
The thing is, all the way through, I was going, I'm enjoying this. Right. But when's Tim Curry going to start Tim Currying everywhere? And then... for like the last 20 minutes, because he's playing it like quite cheeky and fun, but he's not gone full Tim Curry yet. The bits like the so what? Who are you then? I'm the butler. What do you do? I buttle.
I say that to you all the time.
You do say that to me all of the time regarding the cat, don't you?
You are the cat's butler.
Because the cat refers to me as his butler.
Yeah, and you buttle.
I do not buttle. I just get him water.
I mean, you buttle real well, Cooper says, so he's going to write you a reference and everything if you ever need one.
But then the last 20 minutes are basically Tim Curry just doing the Tim Curry bit. And a great thing that I remember reading about it when someone was asking Michael McKean about it and was saying, you know, does the whole bit at the end where he's running around in the different rooms to explain everything that's happened? Because the version we got was the director's cut with all of the endings, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Not just the theatrical cut, that was the one.
Can you imagine being around at that time, though, when it was released
it's
and like
wild.
different theatres were showing different endings and like talking about it with someone and going, oh yeah, and then it turned out to be black. No, it wasn't. Like, fucking mint. What a fucking great concept.
And that is like in the age before social media or text messaging or anything like that. So people literally didn't know that there was different fucking endings all over the place.
Yeah.
These three separate endings, and yeah, fucking great.
Yeah.
But when he's running around doing that, like King said, he was asked, you know,
how was it shot? Because he's sped up and you're not. It's like, no. He was running. Tim Curry devised a way to run to make it look like he's being sped up, but he's not. So he's a big guy. So what he's doing is he's lifting his legs up higher and making like smaller steps to make it look like he's sped up. It's just comedic genius, is what it is.
Yeah.
It's a great time. Is Clue. It's just you made a movie out of a board game. How does that work?
Yeah.
Oh, that's how it works.
Fair enough. Yeah, good. And the good thing is about the screenings that we like, these retro screenings that they have like once a month, they're always packed, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like they're pretty much sold out every month.
What is it in November?
They do other retro screenings, but this is like a particular it's like a movie club kind of screenings by a company called We Watch Movies, and they do like a quiz beforehand and bits like that. But it's like I say, they're always pretty much sold out, aren't they?
Yeah.
And what is it? Yeah, what is it in November, Bex? What is
Point
it?
Break, innit?
It's fucking Point Break.
Solid.
I'm fucking just
before your birthday as well.
fucking so excited about that.
You need to get tickets.
I might even go in costume.
What costume?
Gary Busey.
Fair.
Yeah, a good time with that. Right. Now, you brought some fucking young adult shit into our world, and I'm going to highbrow the fucking place up now.
I mean, I can see what you've watched. I can see your iPad, so no, you're not.
So I watched a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie, right? So, right. Jean-Claude Van Damme plays this guy who's taken in and taught, like, to fight by this family in, like, ways that are outside of his kind of lineage, let's say, right? And then he's picked, right, to go and fight in this elite underground competition, right, against all the best fighters in the world, right?
Wow.
And then one of them is just this real fucking bad egg. He's a prick. Literally kills someone in the first fight, right? And then he's after Van Damme. He wants Van Damme, but Van Damme's like, fucking hell, I've got to fight this fucking guy. All these different fighting styles from around the world. What's the film called?
Wayne's World.
It's not called Wayne's World. No. Everyone there shouting out blood sports. Not. It's called The Quest. It's a different fucking movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Who directed this?
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah, okay.
Do you know who wrote it?
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
And Frank Dux, the guy
Dan
he
Van
plays
Corleone?
in Bloodsport.
No, okay.
They wrote it. Right? It starts... fucking Van Damme is running like a group of thieves on the streets of New York in the 30s like Fagin. Right? But it's shot and scored like Once Upon a Time in America. It's fucking bonkers.
That sounds fucking incredible, actually.
It actually is. There's a chase scene, which is a little bit like the chase scene in Aladdin. But he's on stilts, Van Damme. Dressed as a clown. Beautiful.
Great.
He has a fight with some coppers on stilts, dressed as a clown. Wonderful. And then, I promise you this is true, he stows away to get away from like this crime family that he's just ripped off in this chase. To get away so they don't kill all of like these kids that he's taken on board, right? He stows away on like a ship that's just going. You don't know where it's going. Do you know who's the captain of the ship? The captain of the fucking ship is Lord
Pikachu.
Edgar Dobbs, played by Roger Moore.
Okay.
Fucking Roger Moore turns up, and he's not in it for not a long time. He's in it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild, this movie. I had a good time with it. I'm not going to say it's good, but I had a good time with this movie. But it just, you're going,
this is like some kind of crazy like adventure movie, and then it just becomes the last 45 minutes is just Bloodsport. It's just Bloodsport. It's the same fucking movie. Yep. Good times.
You do love a bit of Van Damme, don't you?
Yep. Also, then watched Van Damme in Sudden Death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was this inspired by the sudden death chat?
It
the
was
other day?
indeed inspired the Sudden Death chat that we had on the Boy Chat. Yeah, the Peter Hymas movie. Starring fucking Powers Booth. Who else is there? Other people are there. Jean-Claude Van Damme has a fight with a giant penguin. It's just fucking. It's great. It's basically Die Hard in a stadium.
Okay.
It's a good time. It's a lot of fun. Everybody should watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's probably his... In fact, I'm fairly certain that Sudden Death is his highest... is his biggest budget movie he ever made, I think. And you can kind of tell... Maybe Time Cop might have been... Nope, Time Cop was less. I think Universal Soldier was less as well. Yeah, I think it's the biggest... It's the biggest budget a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie ever had, and you can kind of tell. It's good, it's fun, and you can kind of see why Van Damme had the charisma that got him to be like as popular as he was, but he didn't have the... He didn't quite have the ego to talent ratio and to skill set ratio wasn't quite what Stallone and Schwarzenegger was.
Right.
And he really liked cocaine.
Okay.
So yeah, there was that. Then I watched Mile 22, the Peter Berg movie. That also has John Malkovich wearing Kevin Costner's hair. Genuinely, just Google John Malkovich Mile 22. For some reason, he's decided, right, we don't want John Malkovich to be bald, but John, what hair do you want? And he's gone Kevin Costner's. What, from like Dances with Wolves or like Untouchable? Now, Kevin Costner's hair now. And so he has Kevin Costner's hair now. For no reason. Doesn't he? Yeah. So from like the forehead up, it's Kevin Costner. Eyebrows down, John Malkovich.
I don't like that. That almost makes me uncomfortable as Dwayne Johnson with hair.
Yeah.
Jason Statham with hair.
So I'm going to try and explain what this movie is about. It's based in a fictional country, which is quite clearly Indonesia. Right? And Mark Wahlberg is like this fucking badass, but he has mental health issues in that he's highly intelligent, but also a prick. And he leads this ragtag group of other pricks. And they work as like the CIA's like black ops. Right? And they've got to take what's his name from The Raid?
Oh yeah.
Iko Uwais.
Yeah.
Yep, let's go with that. He basically has all this information that they want. He will not give them the key code to it until he is on a plane to the US.
Okay.
Right? Except he's this fucking ultimate badass who can keep kicking the shit out of people. And it's basically they have to get him from one place to another. The film makes fucking zero sense whatsoever. Like, at all. It is a 0 sense movie. It is a combination of people shooting things, what's his name from The Raid being badass, and Mark Wahlberg really quickly shouting at people. Oh, and Ronda Rousey being kind of badass as well. But there's a great kill in it at one point that I've not seen in the movie before.
Go on.
So, guy from The Raid is like fucking is handcuffed to one arm is handcuffed to a car door. He's inside the car,
right?
So he can't get out. And then a guy's coming after him. So what he does is he opens the door, smashes the door into this guy. While this guy's dazed, he reaches round the other side of the door and smashes his head through the window, then reaches his arm back into the car, grabs the guy's head, and then just fucking like saws on his head on the broken bits of glass so that it just like fucking just tears his throat to living shit.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds like one of the most upsetting deaths ever committed to celluloid.
It's grim. It's really grim. But you kind of watch it going, oh. That's fucking pretty cool, that. Yeah, this movie makes no sense at all. No. I'm not even sure if it was good. But it happened and I watched it.
Fair.
For no reason at all. Like,
I thought you were saying I watched it.
No.
For no reason at all.
I never need a reason to not want to watch something that needs no one to watch it.
No.
But Mark Wahlberg, he's like narrating the story and telling you what's happened, sorry. As if he's been interrogated by something. But he's not. And then he just gets up and walks away.
Oh.
It is like Peter Berg is trying to make a Tony Scott movie by just having a script to this movie, watching every Tony Scott movie, and then trying to make a Tony Scott movie, and it doesn't work. And then finally, I watched, this one's for no reason at all, the John Travolta movie Phenomenon.
God, I saw that in the cinema.
It's in the one that's real gaudy, is it?
No, it's a little bit... It's the one that feels a little bit Scientology, but isn't that Battlestar Earth, is it? That is just Scientology. So he gets essentially... He's just an average guy. Just your average Joe Smo. Nice guy, everyone likes him. Called George Malley. And then it's his birthday. He's a little bit drunk. He walks out, sees what he thinks is a shooting star. Bam! Flash of light. Knocks him off his feet. And then he becomes fucking super intelligent. And it's a story about him just being super intelligent and learning to deal with it and reading all these books. Then gradually the town starts to get afraid of him. He gets telekinesis and all these other things happen. And he wants to share the fact that that he's interested in all these things with all these people and bits like this. And then everything just starts to get wrong and everyone starts to hate him. And it's kind of... It's interesting up to that point. It's kind of quite good. I was enjoying it up to that point. Because Travolta's playing it really quite well. And it's all quite kind of like frothy at that point.
Yeah.
And it's kind of fun. Like there's a bit where there's this lost kid, but it's the grandfather knows where the lost kid is, but the grandfather can only speak Portuguese. So Robert Duvall just turns around and goes, like snaps his fingers and just goes, Enrique, go and get George. Go get George quickly. And he's like, what's George going to do? He said, no, before you get George though, go to the library and get an introduction to Portuguese book. Because he just reads this introduction to Portuguese book on the way there, and now he can speak Portuguese. Because he can just ingest it and process it. So it's quite funny. But it's all handled in quite a fun way. And then they try to explain what's happened to him. That he's actually got a brain tumour, and that rather than diminishing his brain activity, this brain tumour has got tentacles that are firing neurons in all parts of his brain, so that it's making him seem smarter, but it's actually going to kill him. And then, spoiler for a near 30-year-old movie, kind of does kill him, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So you're kind of there going, this is kind of fun. And then he's just having sex with Keira Sedgwick and dying. So it don't really work out for him.
No.
Yeah. Good time. But yeah, that's phenomenal. That's what I watched this week.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot something that I've done.
Oh, what?
Played Bioshock until 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, you did do that, didn't you?
Yeah.
We've got questions, guys.
Nice.
Right. Dylan asks us, what would you like to see Tim Burton do next? I would love to see a full black and white Bava influenced horror. I want him to do a movie that is like almost like a spin-off of Beetlejuice that is just Bob.
Aww.
Just Bob the movie. What happened between the end of Beetlejuice and Beetlejuice? What was Bob up to?
Don't you want to see the sequel, Beetlejuice, where there's just loads of Bobs running around?
I mean, that would be quite fun, yeah. I do like the fact that was just not dealt with.
Yeah.
It's just lots of those guys just cycling around. That kind of looks alright because it's Halloween, but like the next day they'll be like, what the fuck are these guys?
That did kind of feel like they just cut something out and went, fuck it, we need to remove 2 minutes, but also now there's just a massive hole at the end of the film.
Yeah, I kind of like it.
But yeah, it kind of goes with the vibe of that film, doesn't it? Like, people have been really, like, quite sniffy about that bloody film, and it's just fucking nonsense. Yeah. It's just fun. I'm
a little bit like, wait, hang a minute, have you seen Beetlejuice?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? It's like, but it's what we were saying when we did the main review. People imbue things that they liked when they were young with gravity they do not possess.
No, it's just a good time. I'd like to see Burton just continue like doing things that kind of get his creative juices flowing, but not a big enough budget that he can use CG to do it.
Yeah. I mean, I need him to lose Johnny Depp's phone number and never work with him again.
I think he has.
Because they just do not bring the best out in each other anymore.
No, but it'd be nice to see him do something like with Keaton again that isn't something else.
Yeah.
I like a little anthology series. Just a few of these like little short stories thing. That'd be quite cool. Ian?
I'd like to see him do something legitimately scary rather than funny scary.
I don't think he's that type of filmmaker.
Right, serious then, I suppose, is more what I mean. Like, Edward Scissorhands is a serious
that's
movie,
fair.
but it's Tim Burton. Like, something that's just not daft.
I don't know if I want him to do anything.
Retire.
A little bit.
Wow.
Because he tries... I don't know. I mean, like, he did Big Eyes. And that was interesting. But also... I don't know. It's a difficult one. Because, like, I want him to be creatively fulfilled. And I don't know how he does that.
I think the weird thing is, I think he's made... I don't think Tim Burton has made as many great films as people think he has.
I mean, that's the thing. I mean, Beetlejuice is for me, the most successful... You call it the best or not, but the most successful for what I think he's trying to achieve Tim Burton film for, 25 years?
I'd say possibly since...
Like Big Fish,
yeah. So it's like 20 years.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, still 20 years. I
mean, I liked Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, but I liked it. I don't think it's
not great.
I mean, it's just... If it's like he's just like... he needs to be doing something and films are what he wants to be doing... Pardon me. Then I want him to be doing original stuff at a budget where he gets creative control, but also like he's not feeling hemmed down by. I don't necessarily have an idea, and I think that's because he's Tim Burton. But I don't know. It's either that or just... Mate, enjoy Monica Bellucci and Europe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good on you.
Yeah, I mean... I hope it is. I mean,
it isn't going to be anything with Disney anymore. So there could be some decent bits there.
But I don't know. Like if he's got to have an outlet, then fine. But obviously he's got Wednesday as well, and I haven't watched an episode of Wednesday. Don likes Wednesday. If he's doing more of that, honestly, as long as Tim Burton is feeling creatively fulfilled, then I'm cool with it whether I watch it or not.
Because he directs Wednesday as well, doesn't he? He doesn't just... He directs episodes of it. He isn't just like a uncreative producer on it.
He's not like an executive producer or anything. No, like he's pretty hands-on with that.
Yeah, which is fair enough. That's pretty cool that he actually does that.
Yeah. Like you say, I mean, you just... I actually thought Dumbo was all right, and I think him and Keaton have both been quite harsh on it recently, but... it's obviously not the thing that really gets his juices flowing, and that's absolutely understandable. Honestly, I just kind of want Tim Burton to be happy.
I mean, he's doing Attack of the 50-Foot Woman apparently next.
Great. There you go. Why not?
Yep.
That sounds perfect.
And if it's a 50-foot Monica Bellucci, I think we'll all be happy.
It won't be, but it would be great if it was.
I mean, imagine if it was. Imagine the fucking... giantism fetish boys, that'd be it.
Exactly.
Yeah, they'd just be exploding all over the place. Rick Kidd, James McAvoy, overrated, underrated, or just rated? I think he's a little bit underrated.
Slightly underrated.
Yeah, I do think that. I think he's not had the big awardsy movie. A little bit like what happened with Cillian Murphy. Everybody thinks he's a great actor, but at some point he's going to make a movie with somebody where everyone's going to go, well, obviously he's going to win the Academy Award now because it's the first thing he's ever done that's awards worthy.
I don't know if I want him to be though. Like Cillian Murphy seems like he's no fun anymore. Whereas I need James McAvoy to stay fun. I need James McAvoy to continue to be the kind of guy that does fucking snack wars and then talks about how he likes to fight people after he's had whiskey. I don't need him to be awardsy.
No, I'm not saying he's going to be awardsy, but he's going to end up being in something that attracts awardsiness.
Yeah.
I think that's going to happen to him at some point. Because he's very good.
I need to rewatch Wanted.
I mean, Wanted wasn't the movie I was thinking of when I said he's really good.
Wanted is fucking great.
Wanted is fine.
It's not on anything. God damn. Yeah.
I think he's definitely one of he's definitely a very interesting actor. He goes very much out of the box.
That's the thing, I don't know whether I want him to be adequately rated, because I want him to continue doing oddities.
Yeah. What's he got?
Upcoming projects. Turn Up the Sun, Control, California Scheming.
Yeah, he's got plenty out there, but yeah. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. I'm always interested. He's one of those actors, like, whenever he's in something, I'm always like, all right, well, at least there's that.
Yeah.
At least there's that, yeah. What we're covering next week, Ian?
Oh. Let's go. It's 2.5 hours of body horror, baby.
Yeah.
The substance.
Are you getting your thanks I hate it rating all polished up and everything?
Do you know what? I'm up for it. I'm up for it. I don't know. I got a feeling about this one.
Yeah.
I actually hadn't considered that, weirdly, even though you think I would have. Even though I will say, as a show note, we're going to be recording that in 4 days' time from when we're recording this. So this show is running over 2.5 hours. Expect the next show to be shorter.
Yeah.
Just 40 minutes.
Just for the simple fact that we don't we have jobs and we don't have that much time to watch things in the next 4 days.
Yeah, so
I've started
like
again, so that's me out of the equation.
Yeah, Donna's away with work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week. So it just, yeah, it kind of is what it is for next week's record. So it's either we do Sunday or we don't do it at all. So we're doing Sunday.
Doing Sunday, yeah. I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, too right.
Yeah.
We'll try and get some stuff watched as well. And I'll talk about the Singapore Grand Prix. Look forward to that, Bex.
Woo!
I'll definitely watch some stuff because...
I thought you were about to say I'll definitely watch the Grand Prix, then I was about to hit you.
I think you should watch the Grand Prix, to be honest.
I will at some point watch a Grand Prix. I've also been challenged, I believe, to watch... What movie is it called? Seven Girlfriends.
Oh, in the WhatsApp.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. All right. Well, yeah. Noel will enjoy you reporting back on that, I'm sure.
So yes, I'll be watching that.
Oh, do you know what? Oh, I feel awful. We forgot to do that YouTube one that Becky was talking about.
Yeah, you piece of shit.
I'll do that this week.
It's only a fucking.
Do you know what? No, I mean, if it's an hour long, and yeah, all right, I'll get that in before Sunday.
Yeah, I will as well.
Cool.
7 Girlfriends. Let's go.
If you watch 7 fucking Girlfriends, you can watch my movie.
Right.
Yeah.
We need to end. Sorry.
Yeah. Right. Thank you very much, Rebecca.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you very much, Ian.
Fuck you, Jason.
Thank you very much, listeners. Bye-bye.
Bye.